What a day. What a day. What a day. Don't worry. We about this very much. What's up? Welcome back, everybody. It is Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys Podcast, and it's your boy Crispy running it solo today. So today I talked to Brian. Brian is going to be busy. He is dealing with some stuff over there in New Jersey. Not about the fires. I know we heard about some stuff that's going on, some wildfire stuff, but not about that. It's more work related. He's got some stuff that he has to do in the morning, and he's not going to be able to stay up late. He's probably more than likely crashed out right now. I'd be surprised to see him in the comment section. But Derpy, what is up? I see you in the comment section, my man. Hope you're doing good. And congratulations on going to that con, man. That sounds really cool. Derpy hit me up earlier and sent me a message that he's going to go to a convention with almost the entire cast. I'm guessing like with the entire main cast of Supernatural and some of the extra people, of course, like Rowena and I think that other chick with the red hair. I can't remember her name, but I think it's so cool, man. Supernatural is one of my favorite shows growing up. And a couple years back, I know that they had their season finale and stuff. I was never really I would what's up? I would hop on for a crossover if you like. If you want, dude, man, I can send you a link right now, dude, if you want to jump on with me. I mean, it's cool. I got some stuff, but I just don't know like if you're scheduled up. I don't want to jump into anything in the sense of like if you're gonna be pushed for time or anything like that. Okay, let me see if I can get this going on because Triggs just hit me up too. But yeah, Derps, dude, I can hit you up right now. Let me send you a link real quick. I'm gonna send you one, and I gotta get Triggs his link if he's ready to go. And let me get Triggs up. And for you two, Derps, man, I mean, you've always been an awesome part of the show, and you've always been super good with us. So yeah, man, I don't mind, dude. I'll throw you an invite. You're a sharp young lad when it comes to all the good stuff that we talk about too. So let me see. Derp, let me get you real quick. I'm gonna send it to your Instagram, my boy. Hey, what's up? Hold on, Triggs. Let me get you real quick. Let's get Triggs in here real fast. Triggs, what is up, my dude? Good to see you, bro.
Dude, have you been on the whole fucking time? I was like,
no, I just started literally 5 minutes ago, man.
Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, I was just like, yeah, I'm like waiting for the link, and then like I saw your fucking Twitch, like, oh, Crispy is streaming, and I was like, that motherfucker, dude.
Well, I never saw you respond to the thing, man.
Dude, I had sent the fucking messages. Look at the messages.
Did you? Shit, I don't even see
it.
What the heck? Well, Triggs, what is up, my dude? I haven't even seen it. What the hell? Oh, wait.
Dude.
Well, I just saw. Yeah, there you go. I see it. Yeah, I just been bro. It's been busy for me all literally even last week. I didn't even get to make it on last week. You saw that, so it's been nutty. But Derpy's gonna jump on with us too. Triggs, I like the background, bro. I like the background, my man.
Well, I'm only this is my okay. I'm gonna sound super pretentious saying this. This is my
that's cool. Derpy, you're good. Even if you want to jump on without it, you're good.
Yeah, man, that's fine.
It goes up like an image. You're good to go, bro. You're good to go.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah, no, I'm actually downstairs right now. I'm on my first story. My computer is messed up right now. So unfortunately I'm relegated to my laptop right now.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, it's not like, it's casual. I do like the background. It looks really cool. I dig it. Your audio sounds good. Your image looks good.
I have my AirPods, dude.
Yeah. And like I said, Derpy's going to jump on with us right now. He's going to be doing probably like an image or something of himself. He's not going to do video, but it'd be cool, man. We got some interesting things that I want to talk about today. Of course, we missed last week. I didn't get to come on because I was invited by two gentlemen, D Vargas, our homie from Gym Class Majors, Brian's other podcasting system, and or podcast that he has, and a friend of ours, Eddie Garza, who runs Combat Cult, which is a local wrestling scene that does some badass indie shows. And we did a great show at the historic Scene El Rey last Sunday. And it was great, man. I got to meet some really cool people, had a good time. I'm not really all that big on pro wrestling, but it was a fun time. Got to commentate some cool shit and talk fighting, which is what I always love to do. And of course, I got two of our fighters that are getting ready for this coming week for the Texas Fight League out of Brownsville, Texas, at the Jacob Brown Auditorium. We're going to be having two guys, amateur fighters, that are going to be out there. So it's just been a fucking hectic week for me, bro. Hectic week. But other than that, you know, we got, of course, Invincible to talk about in the Invincible War that just started.
Dude,
we got again. Yeah, dude, it's super. I loved it, man. Powerpuff Girls leak the trailer.
Oh my god.
Doomsday Avengers photos leak, concept art, and of course, probably the most interesting thing. Of course, the Doomsday leak art is really, really important. And then you're here, so Secret Wars, the concept art that they dropped was very cool and kind of interesting. How we're going to lead up to that, but we also got confirmation and word that Superman is going through some reshoots. But before we get into all that stuff, Triggs, let's do a catch up, bro. I haven't talked to you like in a minute. What's been going on,
man? So I'm actually right in the middle of playing Monster Hunter Wilds. This has me by the short and curlies right now.
I heard it's good. I heard it's super good.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. I'm actually playing right now. Like, I'm gonna be doing both. Like, I am in this right now, dude.
Jesus Christ, dude. Well, hopefully you can still focus on both, man.
Hey, you know me. No, dude, honestly, work's been doing all right, you know, some ups and downs over at work, but you know, that's the scene. Other than that, dude, you know, just been hard charging it. And honestly, dude, just really, really enjoying what's coming out. You know, the solo leveling stuff, Dr. Stone. I'm also catching up with having Daredevil again, and you know, like just like I even saw the Powerpuff Girl stuff, and I was just like,
good to see you, Miguel. Good to see you in the comment section. And Derpy, I sent the link to your Instagram if you want to jump in with us. Don't worry about needing a camera. If your microphone's good, you know that'll work. And yeah, man, jump in when you're good. But yeah, the Powerpuff Girl. And what was the other one you said right before that?
Dr. Stone and solo leveling.
Solo leveling. I've been watching Solo Leveling. I'm a big fan. I'm caught up, but I did see the last episode without any fucking. It's not dubbed, and it's not subbed, and it's not dubbed, which is English dubbing, and nor was it subbed with English either. So I was just watching it and kind of like, okay, let me see what's gonna happen. I kind of get the gist of the story. So,
so I actually know. I've read the manhwa and I've seen the anime, and I know exactly what's happening, what's going to be happening. Like, and I've also kind of caught, like, I've also like heard the differences to the light novel as well. So like, I'm pretty versed in like that. But yeah, dude, you know, like if you have questions, I mean, I can answer them. You know,
I don't got questions. I'm caught up pretty much, but no, I'm good, dude. Like, I love the anime. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I'm having a fucking good time. And
the pacing is way better this season than last season.
What did you think of like this last part, like with his mom and stuff like that? Did you feel it was underwhelming? And the reason why I ask is because in the review sections of the anime on Crunchyroll, a lot of people downgraded that episode.
Because there's a lot of things missing in more important parts that don't deal with his mom. And what I mean about that is and I know why Crunchyroll or who like the production studio is leaving certain things out now specifically. is because it's very anti-Japanese.
Is Solo Leveling a Korean anime, right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Solo leveling is based in Korea. All of like everything that happens is based in South Korea.
In Korea. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
dude.
So it's not really Japanese.
Yeah. I mean, all of these names: Park, Moon, Woo, Song. All of those are.
You know what? Let me ask a really
names.
weird question because this has popped up on the podcast before.
Mhm.
Is anime its own genre and doesn't have to be Japanese based anymore? Like, isn't that weird?
Never should have been in the first place.
Because that was the same concept. What did we talk about the last time? Was it the Boondocks cartoon?
Yeah, and then Avatar as well, I think. Or
Avatar, yeah, that was a good one too, man. It's like, would those be considered anime?
Well, think of Castlevania. Castlevania is about British people. That was originally made by Japanese.
But wasn't that made by a Japanese studio, like a Japanese anime?
Yeah,
studio?
It was originally made by a Japanese studio, but it's all about European people. I mean,
that's fine because that's like Attack on Titan. Like Attack on Titan is all German people. What is it? Full Metal Alchemist, Germany. All of that stuff too is based in the same concept. Oh, we got Derpy's in. Are you ready for this? Yo, Derpy, what is up? Welcome to the show, man.
Dude, well, yeah, man. Way to go. Nice to talk to you for the first time, dude.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Really appreciate you always coming on in the comment section, jumping in with us. I know we get to miss you sometimes because of timing and scheduling, but awesome to have you in, dude. How you doing?
I'm doing great. My football team just made a move, so I'm doing great.
Awesome. Football, like as in American football or like soccer?
American football.
Nice, dude. Where are you from? Where are you based out of, bro?
Ohio. But
nice.
Yeah, it's.
Are you also CLE till you die?
What?
You gotta speak up.
CLE till you die.
Yeah.
What's CLE 2? What is that?
CLE. Cleveland. MGK. It's an MGK reference.
MGK.
Very, very big, prominent. Yeah, he's from Ohio.
Really?
He in the beginning of his career, he always rapped about Cleveland.
I didn't know that. Yeah. So Derps, how's it going, man? Let us know what's going on. What are you about? And I know you have your own YouTube stuff that you've been doing for a minute. Like, let us know what's up, dude.
I just do reviews. I'm on a sports channel too. I just do review. Also I do a pod for like a DC pod. Recently, I just started that up, and
Nice.
I've been fan casting the DCU basically.
Yeah, I know. You're you're more of a DC guy than a Marvel guy, right?
Yeah.
But you do kind of like jump between both. Like when it's kind of like in the news and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Well, cool, man. Well, let's jump right into it then. Okay, so I want to talk about the Powerpuff Girls stuff, but I don't know. I think that's gonna be like fun, dude. Did you see it already, Derp?
Yeah, I saw when it first dropped.
Oh my goodness, man! Let's put that up at first. I was gonna save it because I know it's gonna be a talking point. I know that was.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted to just see it just for the fucking, just the sheer like.
Would you see it? Oh no, dude.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I was not impressed, dude. I was not impressed.
Dude, I'm pretty sure we could have made a better trailer than that.
Dude. It looked bad. Okay,
Derps, right?
Yeah, Derps. Let us know what's up. Tell us what you thought.
You know how Batman and Robin got treated?
Batman and Robin? The movie? Like the original movie?
Yeah, the original movie from the 90s, Schumacher.
Yeah. It wasn't very.
It's worse than that. It's worse than that.
Yeah, it was.
But at least that movie had like decent effects for the fucking time. Like there's bro.
I was gonna say like during that time frame in like cinema history, like that was the best we got. Like that was the best we. This is literally the effect of flying. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
Dude.
the rocking, I was just like, holy shit!
Man,
That's
I would
actually
love
they're actually doing that right now.
I would love to one day, Derps. I'll invite you to this, but we gotta one day do like a review of that Batman movie, like the Mister
I'm down.
Freeze one, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
down.
get fucking annihilated for that. Just like,
If I
Well, I
watch
don't know,
that again, I
Derps.
probably have to get high for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Derps sounds kind of young. I don't. Derps, you don't drink or do you drink?
I occasion.
Yeah, I was
Occasionally.
like, but you do get high. He's like, yeah, but I do get high.
yeah, but I freebase a little bit.
Yeah, freebase a little bit. And fucking, what is it? Brian's been known to do some crazy
Oh yeah,
ass
he
things.
was
Yeah,
microdosing on
yeah,
fucking
microdosing and doing all this
camera.
crazy shit. Just living the New Jersey life, I guess. We would have to one day do like
It's
a
so
solid
funny when
review.
he's like mid microdose on camera,
Oh yeah,
just like
because like man, that movie it has
it's rough.
so many bad things going on, but it's so
Yeah.
fucking funny to watch though. It's just so funny to watch. But that's because
Yeah,
like
how like Poison Ivy gets taken down in like literally the dumbest way possible.
yeah, dude.
Not to
But-
mention Maine.
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention it. But like it's so crazy because like that movie knew not to take itself too serious. That was
Right.
like the bat card.
Well, it's a good thing no one else did.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there was so many points in that movie that it was like it knew it was gonna be silly. You know what I mean? Even all the one-liners and the really bad rough one-liners, like fucking the what is it? Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz made fun of it when they were like, "Oh, I punched him and I threw him in the freezer and I told him to chill," and he's like, "Fuck yeah" or whatever. Do you remember? You remember that, right? Derby?
That's new to me.
Chill.
Yeah, it's because like back in the day, during the whole entire Batman film, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze character had like the worst like snow and ice puns you can think of.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Yeah,
The
Ice Age or whatever. Yeah, just so he'll hit him. And he'll jump into the room. He's got his bazooka and he's like, "Chill," and then he hits him with the ice laser. Fuck, dude, that's so rad. But Hot Fuzz at the end of the movie, when the two characters, Sean and the other guy, are going after all the bad cops, he's fighting the really, really big lurch guy in the grocery store. Do you remember that or no? In Hot Fuzz with
I've
Simon
never
Pegg?
seen this movie.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a
Fuzz
minute.
is super good. Well, he punches him and he lays him out and he puts him in a freezer for like fish or whatever. And then later on, he meets back up with the chubby guy from Shaun of the Dead. It's the main two guys from Shaun of the Dead, right? And he gets right next to him and he's like, "Oh, I took out the big lurch guy." And he's like, "Did you say like a cool one-liner?" And he's like, "Yeah, I told him to chill out." And he's like, awesome. It's just like it's a really
Shit,
good
dude.
action movie if you get a chance.
You got that guy.
Yeah, it's a really, really good
Fucking
movie.
got him, dude.
If you get a chance, it's a really great movie. Hot Fuzz by the guys that made Shaun of the Dead. It's really, really fantastic. But
yeah, all those what was it, Simon Pegg movies, his early
Yeah.
movies. Yeah, dude. I mean, all that shit was fucking A1, bro.
so like in the Powerpuff Girls, I mean, they took a really weird approach at the angle that they were going to do for the Powerpuff Girls. Instead of it being based on, the three daughters, young, going out there solving crime, doing some really cool shit, they were like, "Yo, let's make them adults. Let's make them adult up and give them some you know what it kind of reminded me of? A
What?
really bad version of the Pussycat Dolls. Do you remember that movie back in the day?
Oh my god.
Do you remember that one?
And honestly, the only reason I remember that movie is because like just one of like the meanest things has ever said to like Tara Reid. She was just like, "I just want to let you know that puppies, they don't always stay puppies. They grow old and then they die."
They die. Yeah.
And I'm just like, why would you say that? It's like the most innocent, mean thing ever.
But I kind of feel like that's the approach that they were going with this movie. And
Yeah, except not like I think they wanted to. I'm not gonna say ground it more, but yeah, kind of ground it a little bit more. But also like it sounded like they wanted to make it more mature for the audience that grew up watching that, right? And I get it. Like I think it could have worked in a different setting. And like what I mean, because I mean, dude, how old were you like when you like I'm not sure if you ever saw Powerpuff Girls, but like I remember like watching that in the middle of the night, like the Powerpuff Girls and all that craziness.
But you know
And
what,
Fridays.
Derpy, how roughly how old are you, Derp?
I am 28, sir.
You're 19?
28? 28.
28.
28. Okay, so for like Derp, okay, so I'm 43. Triggs, you're 36, and then 28. So Derps, you were probably like closer to like early junior high when it was kind of like popping off, right? Or am I tripping?
Dude, I was about to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was in junior high when that shit was popping off.
But that was the crazy thing about the Powerpuff Girls is it was during the time when Cartoon Network was like badass.
That would have been junior high, dude.
But it was good because I was watching fucking Johnny Bravo. I was watching Samurai Jack. I saw a couple of Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah,
I was really into that stuff, and I was already in college, I think.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Yeah. But like, even the factor of it too, like the way you're saying, those were already hitting at such a remarkable result that a lot of people like in all different genres were watching it because it was just entertainment.
Yeah, but like you're still maybe not like entirely understanding what my point was is the fact that like they're trying to appeal to the same to the same demographic that was watching them originally, which is people
as children like that age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the 13-year-olds, the 12-year-olds who were watching them at 12, 13, who are now in their like late early 30s or something like that, and like, oh, how funny would it be if you got to like see them a little bit closer to your age and they're like fucking sending nudes or some shit like that to guys who are like gonna leak them, gonna leak them out and say like, oh, like I fucked Bubbles or something like that.
Yeah, Buttercup's a dominatrix at some kind of strip club or something.
Exactly, but they're still solving crimes, and their dad is like super disappointed in them because they're dumb or some shit.
Had a whole gender swap for the dad too. I was like, whoa, dude, what the heck is going on?
At least we know one thing.
Dude.
What'd you do, Derp?
It's not the worst reboot of the Powerpuff Girls. If you remember, there was another reboot.
That's right. They revamped the animation too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like 5 or 6 years, maybe even 8 years back.
That's
right. And that one didn't pop off any better, right?
They actually tried to do it twice. There was actually one in like during like 2014, 2015, and then they brought it back with like the new Ben 10 animation. The further like it was like Teen Titans Go animation basically.
Ugh. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not very good. Like, what is it about these like networks and these like animation studios and like just the directing of it that they just don't get it anymore? Because like watching that trailer, I was really like, man, we didn't dodge a bullet. Like we dodged a whole nuclear holocaust. Like it was bad. What do you guys think?
Dude, I think, like I said, like even network heads, man, like they're gonna have those dumb ideas that I mean, no one can tell them otherwise. No one can tell them otherwise. They're like, dude, this is gonna fucking sell. Watch. And then they're like, when it doesn't, they're like, the audience just doesn't get it, dude. Like they
lost
don't
the creativity.
Yeah, there's the creativity is the thing that they're slacking on, right? And that's really crazy, dude, because like the cast I don't think was bad. They seem like they were all pretty cool.
Dude, fucking Chloe Bennett is, goddamn Quake. She held a fucking TV series for like 8 seasons or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, even to this day, people still argue that they want that to be kind of like a canonized, thing.
No, fuck no.
I mean, they did do some really interesting crossovers with it.
No, I don't give a fuck what crossovers.
You're like, I don't give a shit, dude.
Yeah.
I have a question though.
Go for it, Derp.
What's up?
If this was canceled, how on God's name was Gotham Knights made?
That was made with 1 season, and I'm pretty sure they fuck if I know, dude. I'm gonna say the effects were better, but not much.
Shit, and I was even gonna say like
Maybe
have
it
to
was writing the
understand, like,
coattails of the game at the time because I mean the game had just come out.
yeah, the game was bad. Oh, but there was a series too, right, Derpy?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
to.
That's the one you're talking. Fuck, I totally forgot about that fucking nonsense, dude. That was the one where it was like the Joker's daughter, Batman's son. That wasn't Damian.
I didn't even know that even happened in the show. I didn't even watch it.
No,
Was
I didn't
that
even
bad?
watch it. This was just based on what they were talking about in the trailers and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know,
super crazy.
dude.
I know the girl that was always acting crazy, that was supposed to be the Joker's daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the main kid was supposed to be, I don't think it was Damian though, but it was supposed to be Bruce Wayne's son. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like how is it his?
I thought he died in it or something like
Yeah,
that. Like
Bruce Wayne apparently died in it in that series, but the kid like was like the illegitimate son of his, but it wasn't Damian Wayne, it was someone else. But it was a
Well,
bad show. It was
Damien
just-
is also illegitimate, so
yeah. Well, yeah. He's he's that throne, right? But like, yeah, it was a really bad take, and it kind of makes you wonder. Like Derpy said, that's a really great analogy. Like, how did that show get
greenlit.
like thumbs up? And but it's WB, dude. WB is really bad with the
I mean,
idea.
dude, we had 2 seasons of Legion, you know, and that one was fucking god awful.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was really, really rough. But yeah, guys, there's a trailer out there. If you get an opportunity to check it out, it's
I
the
don't know if it's
Powerpuff
up
Girls.
still.
If you want to get a good laugh, it's a couple seconds long. You're not the target audience. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
Yeah.
None of us normal human beings are the target audience.
And that's the funny thing. I have a feeling we were supposed to be the target audience.
There's no way. There's no way they were like, yo, the people who used to love Powerpuff Girls are gonna be behind this 100%. Like I think even like in some of the comments I've seen people say like, I would have just watched it for the lulls or the content, or like they were watching it. Like the idea was they were just gonna watch.
Yeah,
it
they're watching it. They're watching it unironically. Like,
can you imagine that the reason that anybody would technically watch this is because it was gonna suck?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
I do.
The Room, or what was that room with that guy? Hi, Mark, or whatever.
Yeah, the fucking, what was it, the disaster artist or whatever?
Yeah, the disaster artist.
That's what this fucking show would have been. It would have been the disaster
casting
artist.
wasn't that bad, but it lost me after the Mojo stuff.
Yeah, what was the thing about that? What was the story behind it?
Horrendous.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mojo died, right?
Yeah, he died.
What the fuck?
The father died, and I guess the son took over.
What? Oh, so the main character wasn't the dad?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just race swapped him.
No, it was I think it was I don't even know how to explain it again. It was so bad. It was so bad.
You know what? And that kind of trips me out because that's kind of like the way that a lot of people do this entrance into like revamping characters like this. And when I had seen Mojo Jojo has died and the girls are coming together for the funeral or to find out what happened, in my mind, I'm like, oh, so Mojo Jojo's not dead. He's faking his death because at the end of the movie, he's going to come back and be like, I tricked you and brought you back, and now I'm going to take you down. And I was like, because that's the way all these weird movies always kind of go, right?
Honestly, yeah, I could have easily seen that happening.
yeah.
Like literally just like that. Like, like it's like his assistant is gonna be like, I've revived him. In
my mind, I'm like,
next time.
Wasn't that Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sure.
Yeah, wasn't that Sonic the Hedgehog? The same fucking movie, man. They could have just kept the weird eyes on Sonic. Yeah, Powerpuff Girls was. It looks so bad. If you guys get a chance, if you want a good laugh.
I don't even think it's up on YouTube anymore, man.
They took it. Did they take it down already?
I think they did.
I'm sure you can find it on Twitter.
Yeah, someone out there is
I'm sure you can. Because that's where I saw it. I saw it on Twitter.
I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Facebook. Someone had sent it to me, and
I think it was Rob. I'm gonna look up on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say Biggie sent it to us, and he was like, "Yo, did you guys see this?" And I was like, "Oh no!"
Dude, Brian being the first one.
Yeah, the moment Biggie sends us something, and he says, "Did you see this?" You know, it's gonna be messy, dude.
It looked so bad. It looked like a parody, like somebody made a parody or a fan film.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, the
That's
moment that I
that's what I'm
saw,
talking about, dude.
the moment that I saw the one where it's Chloe Bennett Blossom's character flying, it instantly reminded me of the bad green screen of Spy Kids. Like
Yeah, right.
instantly reminded me
Oh
of Spy Kids.
yeah, that's
Instant,
what this reminds me of. Yeah, of Spy Kids
yeah,
level
it instantly
like
reminded me. And I
animation.
was
Yeah,
in my mind, I was like, this is not gonna work. This would never have worked. So
Top
I'm glad they fucking did not make it and they pulled that shit. That was horrible.
top comment of that video was, "We dodged a bullet."
You dodged a bullet. Yo, am I the only person that really, really, really appreciates this, like the comments arc that we're in right now in all the media? Like there now people are making highlights of comments in content videos. Have you seen this? Like where everybody goes out and has to make the most like out of pocket comment to get the most likes. Like, have we reached a part of social media that now you can probably become famous from leaving a comment?
fuck, dude. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I mean, dude, my algorithm is always going crazy on Instagram, and I'm always reading comments more than I'm caring about the videos. It's nuts, dude. It is nuts. Eels, what's up in the comment section? Says, bro, this is the best thing. I don't know why you're all hating on it. Eels, do not come in here with that crap, dude.
No.
Do not. Next, I'm gonna get freaking Alex to come in here and be like, "Oh, Powerpuff Girls, 10 out of 10, dude. 10 out of 10. You guys are wilding, man. It's gonna go great. Shit is it's go great. What? Go great how shit it is? Oh, I don't even know what that means, but that sounds fantastic. I think you wrote that incorrectly, but it's good. It's gonna go great. That's how shit it is. Yeah, I get it. I had to read that with a beat in it. But yeah. If you guys get a chance, you got to go check it out. Powerpuff Girls, you guys will get a real good kick out of it. Actually, since Derpy's here, it's a good conversation because you're a DC guy, right?
Right.
Did you hear that they're already starting to do reshoots for Superman?
I did.
Okay, what do you think about this, dude? Because like again, for me, whenever I hear reshoots are happening, I'm always like, oh no, here we go again. But I had heard another person that was reviewing this and saying reshoots are a huge common thing. Every film does reshoots. You actually kind of like prep for it also. Like most movies, they get the film and they're like, okay, we're going to have this extra money set aside for reshoots. But in recent time, apparently, even with the Captain America debacle, Brave New World, once they mention like reshoots and then we see how much money they put into it, we usually are kind of like, oh, here we go again, man. We're back on that fucking merry-go-round reshoots.
Yeah, but except with Captain America's reshoots, like they like reshot huge parts, like and removed like integral characters from the original. Like
apparently like they changed the whole
there was
thing out, right?
Yeah, there was like a huge script rewrite. This isn't just reshoots. This was like make new movie reshoots.
So what do we think about this? Derps, what have you heard about it or whatever?
I mean, even with the reshoots, I trust Gunn. So I mean, Feige invented reshoots, so
yeah, true that. Invented reshoots. I love
it. I mean, no shade, but you know,
he was the mentor to Gunn, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, another thing that I would also say, and I would have a little bit more faith in, especially when it comes to the reshoots, brother. We've already gotten our first trailer. We didn't with Brave New World. We didn't know anything about Brave New World. Just like leaks, like photos to like set leaks, and then the the reshoots happened, and so it didn't even fucking matter like what we had seen previously anyway. I mean, like four huge characters in the original movie aren't even in the final cut. So, but I mean, the Serpent Society is not even there. That'd be like saying, like, oh, by the way, yeah, Guy Gardner's not in the fucking movie anymore. We did reshoots.
I feel so bad for Giancarlo Esposito in that movie.
Oh, for in Captain America?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have just renamed his character called Disposition, or like they should have just named him like Plot Movement. Because that's the only thing his character fucking did was just move the story when it needed it.
Exposition man.
Exposition man. That's what they should have named him because it just didn't make any sense for anything else. Like it was wild the way they used his character. But then again, that was probably because of all the research. I feel real bad for him because he's like, they had him try. It's like Samuel Jackson in the Marvel movie, right? The Miss Marvel movie. You know, Samuel Jackson's close to pushing, late 70s, maybe early 80s. Like he's an older dude, Patrick Stewart kind of shit. And you're like, okay, man, we have an action scene. You're going to have to run down this hallway full sprint. And you're like, you're at 70. So like the whole time in the movie, I don't know if you guys got to see the Captain America, but Triggs probably didn't even care to watch it. But, or he saw it like on his phone
I watched it.
at work or whatever. Like you saw it.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah,
I'm not going to watch it in a theater.
There was this scene. There's this scene where Derpy, did you get to see it? You got to see it, right?
Yes, sir.
The scene when Anthony Mackie gets jumped by Carlos Esposito, right? And they're in like the Suburban and all that stuff. And he's walking around. And I don't know. I mean, you grew up in Ohio. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to fire a gun. Triggs used to be in the military, so I know he knows how to fire a gun.
I have not.
Yeah.
Giancarlo is walking around with that fucking revolver, and it looks stupid as fuck.
That is true.
Like he looked dumb as shit. He looked like an old guy walking around with a gun that didn't know how to hold it for basing like his body weight.
That is
it
true.
almost reminded me of.
It's like he's held many. Like he's not
in film, yeah.
At all a stranger to weapons.
Yeah,
that was the funnier part to me.
That looked really fucking weird when he was walking around the car.
Rest in peace, the nice truck.
Yeah, in the Suburban, right? He's walking around the Suburban.
Yeah.
And there's no way that he cannot see him through the windows of the Suburban.
What? No way.
Dude, it looked fucking weird. Like, I cannot explain to you how weird that whole shot looked to me. Like, it just looked bad. Like, really, really bad. I'm going to see if I could find it real quick and play it for you guys. What was his name? It was Sam Wilson versus...
I forget.
Sidewinder.
I don't know.
There we go.
Sidewinder. Is this the scene? I don't want to even fucking play sound. It's so stupid. Oh, dude, and then he fucking... Oh, my God, that's fucking horrible, dude.
Els, can I respond to Els's...
Go ahead.
Els, we already got that with Batman v Superman, man. Look at his comment.
What is it, bro? Bro, everyone wants a Superman movie, but when the movie comes out, everyone hates on it. That's absolutely correct. Ben's Batman again, and Anthony Starr Super. Oh, I would dig an Anthony Starr Super, but you can't because he's already a Homelander. You put that guy in any costume that looks like a superhero, is gonna look crazy. What's up, Chrissy? Good to see you. And he says, all I want to see is Superman in the Injustice story. You're about to get it with the Century, baby.
You're about to get it with the Century. Superman, though.
Nah, bro, I wouldn't say that.
The version of him.
Mm-hmm. What's even crazy is
he wasn't
there's
even
a lot of people that are talking really,
like,
really good things about the Thunderbolts, dude.
Yeah, because I bet it's gonna bang, dude.
I think Thunderbolts is gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna bang, dude. Yeah. That's the only Marvel movie that I've actually been genuinely excited about.
Excited for? Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too...
and Taskmaster is going to die in the first 10, 15 minutes.
You don't feel good about that one?
I don't feel good about Thunderbolts because nobody knows who Thunderbolts are except Marvel fans.
Yeah, I mean that's a strong argument. I'm not going to lie about that. That's a really, really strong argument. I mean, but even in the trailers and stuff like that, like you don't feel like it's because it's been. I heard that it's being directed and run by some directors and teams from A23, A22,
A24,
A24
from A24.
Yeah. I heard it's running by those guys, and that the chick, what's her name? Florence Pugh came out and was like, "I feel good because it feels like they really put a lot of effort into it to make it feel like." that indie style work that they used to
Yeah,
do.
they're like, yeah, that it's a A24 movie that's dressed, or it's a Marvel movie that's dressed as an A24 movie.
And that sounds pretty good, right? Like that doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, dude. I mean, I love A24 movies, dude. I mean, they're easily one of my favorite
Civil War?
production studios right now.
I couldn't find the thing I needed to, so we'll do it later. I'll show it to you guys later. But yeah, so about February 28th, I have an article here that I'm going to read out real quick, and it says that the reason why the reshoots were happening was because the early showings of the film that the people were getting was they were saying that it was pretty terrible. Now it was being said that James Gunn's movie is terrible before the Superman trailer was released, which is one where we saw where his like eyes cocky or whatever, and people were making fun of his eyes or whatever. The report suggested that Warner Brothers executives were not happy with it. The trailer itself wasn't being well received, which was true also, and has been criticized for David Coruscant's look, and the Puppy Bowl promotion ended up being a huge disappointment. So now they're back. This is when the reshoots started happening and stuff like that. I guess it was because of like the early screening, people weren't really happy with it. And we had heard this too before when they released the first trailer. A lot of people weren't happy with it before they released the one that they did, which didn't have any expression or talking or anything from the Superman. And that was the thing that I wanted to say, that Brian had made a really good point about this, because my biggest argument for James Gunn's shit was he wasn't bringing any information to like conventions or San Diego Comic-Con, Hall H or whatever, bringing us something that we can kind of relate to. I think them releasing the trailer during that time would have gotten a lot of better like praise, because people would have seen it in person. And Brian was like, well, the reason why is because of the fact that they ain't got shit. Like they ain't got shit to give. And I was like, bro, you can give what's his name? The guy that plays Guy Gardner. I keep Nathan Fillion. You can give him a fucking GoPro behind the scenes and just do what they did for like the Christmas special. Do you remember that shit? The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas shit? They did like a behind the scenes with that, and they were kind of like having like them doing like a sing off or something that they were doing. I forgot what they did. And I think that it would just be easier because you're allowing it to slowly be brought in, right? What was that?
Yeah,
Trix?
but isn't that movie supposed to be coming out? We're like, yeah, but isn't that movie supposed to be coming out relatively soon?
Which one, Superman or?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to come out the same time as Fantastic Four.
2 weeks before.
Yeah, 2 weeks before. But I was talking about, this was years ago. This was like 2 years ago that I was telling Brian, like, dude, James Gunn needs to do something. And then the first trailer that pops off, it just so happens they do this thing, but they never give us anything of Superman. They just show his costume, show him throwing a couple punches, never him showing us that he could be Superman. And I think that's the biggest concern, right?
I think it's because James Gunn's ahead of the entirety of DC, and he has to worry about everything.
Okay.
Worry about every project, but that's just me.
No, I mean, I respect that. I could see it in that format where he's kind of just like he's playing his cards right. He doesn't want to give too much, right? Early.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. But what do you do in a situation to what it is that DC is in? Like DC's in a bad place when it comes to their film world. Right?
Right.
They did the Snyderverse. It was accepted, praised, and not accepted and praised that, and not praised at the same time. And then it just coursed to exist while they were still releasing things that they were saying that they were just going to release anyways, even though it was coming to an end. Then James Gunn takes over, and almost for, I would say, how long was it, Triggs? Like 2-3 years?
2
like
years.
complete radio silence.
Yeah.
Like complete radio silence. And you're like, and then the only thing they're doing is like, reassure guys, we got you. We're going to do some great things. And then, news. Yeah. And then they give us like a whole, like, what is it? A path, like the way Marvel does. Hey guys, this is what we're going to do. And they put out like, what was it? Like 18 projects.
Yeah.
They talked about like 18 or 19 projects, and then gave us for like another year and a half, 2 years, like zero content. and the only thing that we were catching were like the shit pictures of those weird costumes that people were wearing. You remember when everybody was talking shit about the Superman costume because a fan took a picture of it, and then it was the Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner's costume, and people were like, "Holy fuck! Look at these idiots! They look bad."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I think that's where it hurt them the most, because I think when that happened, that gained a lot of momentum. Like that almost like justified people to be like, "You see, I told you it was gonna suck." And I think at that moment, James Gunn needed to do something to at least reassure his supporting fans that it was going to be okay, so they could at least have something to be like, no, trust the method of this guy. He's going to do it. Like, you get that, right?
Yeah, I get it. It's just like I think it was too early still, because he's still working on the maybe he was still working on the CGI and all that, and they would have crapped on it still.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I like that. Did you notice that with the James Gunn trailer, we got Guy Gardner the first time, and everyone talked mad shit about the way he looked. Do you remember that?
One more time.
I still talk shit. He looks fucking stupid.
When they released the footage
ridiculous.
of Guy Gardner in the trailer, like so many people talk shit about his haircut, his look, and all that.
That's what he looks like, though.
Yeah. I was gonna say they ended up releasing a updated photo during the Super Bowl, and he looked fucking good.
No, he didn't.
No, he looked good. It was just a photo, though. It was just a photo.
Who the fuck you're lying to?
I don't know if you're lying
to yourself or
shut up.
No, fuck no.
Dude, that
guy looks like straight fucking ass.
Super
Dude,
Bowl.
that guy looks like straight ass.
It was the 3 images.
Dude, and they all look like shit.
Nah, he looked good in the Super Bowl trailer.
I don't know who you lying to, dog. Cat.
He looked good. They cleaned him up. He didn't look like he had a weird bowl cut. He looked like something else. I just forgot what the fuck it was.
Oh, you mean the quick like?
Yeah, it was just an ad.
Yeah,
Yeah, his head still looks like the tip of a penis.
You're the fucking devil, dude. You are the devil today, chicks.
I mean, I guess it didn't look good, but like
compared to the other shit, like I think this ad was really good because it kind of
what I was talking about.
Like he looks way better here than he did in the fucking trailer, dude.
Yeah, dude, and little wieners look just like that too.
He's got some shoulders on him though. He looks good. I think he looks great here compared to the way.
Well, I mean that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens when you do like 7 seasons of a fucking cop show.
Triggs, you are fucking mean today, dude. You're mean today,
dude. I love Guy Gardner, right? I mean, Kyle Rayner's my guy. You know, when it comes to the Green Lanterns, you know that and Hal Jordan. But Jesus, man, like the Guy Gardner has way better looks, and that's not the look, dude.
It might have been the wrong actor to cast.
You think it was a bad cast?
I mean that actor would have been way better as a different Green Lantern, but they already cast him. You know, their Hal Jordan. So, fuck do I know?
Dang, man, that's crazy. I don't know. I feel like they nailed it pretty well when it came to the Guy Gardner guy, Hal Jordan, and the way he looks, or what is it, Nathan Fillion? And I think the effect that he's having right now on all of us is just going to be very well put to his character when he comes out. I think he's going to play that really douchey role that we're going to fucking hate him at the beginning because he's just a cunt.
Yeah, but he's already been a Hal Jordan before. That's
the animated series. You don't get to see him by face.
Yeah, I know, but still, dude.
It doesn't count.
Nah, I would still have him as my live action Hal Jordan.
In the comment section, Chrissy says
almost just on the basis of like what he did in Firefly and Serenity.
Oh, okay, nice. In the comment section, Chrissy says they do look bad, but I have been saying James Gunn was going to mess it up. It's the James Gunn effect. Okay, how do you guys feel about that?
That's a lot of cat.
I don't know. I mean, James Gunn's put out some good stuff before, so I mean that I don't entirely agree with that.
I
The
mean,
track record speaks for itself.
I'm gonna die on that pedestal and say that what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy series was fucking phenomenal. Like
Yeah,
even in the
crazy.
last film, he brought so much more emotion because part two, like the situation with Peter Quill's dad and Ego, I really never
Ego.
felt like
Yeah,
the
Ego.
vibe, right? The whole like family dynamic in the last film with Rocket and the team, and then his little group of people, his little group of like other animals or something. I felt it in that film really, really well.
A balance of tones.
Yeah, the balance and tones were really, really fantastic in the third film, and I thought it was a good send off for the characters and all
And you
that
know,
stuff.
and I have a feeling he kind of listened to the fans on that one because I have a feeling he was just like, "Hey, man, they didn't really fuck with the thing that I did with Ego. Like, let's really try and nail it home here."
Yeah, with this one, right?
Like, yeah.
And I think he did. I think he did a fantastic job. Of course, like I wasn't, a big fan of his Suicide Squad series. I didn't think he really nailed it, but he did better than the first fucking Suicide Squad film.
And that's all. That's what matters.
And that's kind of like a bigger point because during that time DC was on its downfall, and it showed that you could bring someone in and him do at least some good. But is that enough for him and his style to take over the entire DC universe or whatnot? What do you guys think?
I mean, the powers that be, over at DC felt that he was. I mean, not that they've made the best choices either, to be honest, but still.
What about you, Derp?
But at the same time, like I'd also like to think that Kevin Feige was just like, you know what, dude, for sure, fucking do it. Like I think the guy's got some, got the stuff, sort of thing.
Okay. Derp, what about you?
Well, he was saying about Kevin Feige. Like I said, he was their mentor under Feige, so I feel
like
that.
Let me ask you something, Derpy, because I always do this to Triggs, right? And when it comes to anything Secret Wars, like I'll always bring it up to Triggs's attention because I'm a fan of Secret Wars also. But I've already kind of like my mind is one set, and I'm gonna be like, okay, well, let me ask this person because with Brian, it was what was it? What was Brian's? Null.
Oh, it was Spider-Man 3, dude.
Venom 3.
And then you with with whatchamacallit.
Anything that the Hulk is in or anything, dude.
No, dude.
Thor, Ragnarok, Thor.
No,
Thor
yeah,
4, that fucking destroyed me, man. This killed me, bro. Killed me. Taika Waititi can fucking eat nuts, bro. He could choke on a bag of dicks for the rest of his life, and I wouldn't care. Let me ask you, Derps, since you're a big fan of DC, you have a lot of faith in the DC universe. You're enjoying the reboot. You're enjoying this attention that the DC universe is going to get back and stuff. Do you really feel that with his developing character stuff and the way he likes his obscure characters, do you think James Gunn is the guy to write Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because those characters, they're already they are who they are. Like people know what to expect when you watch it. And James Gunn, he does really well with obscure characters because the canvas is pretty much clean slate. He could do whatever. I mean, look at what he did with fucking Peacemaker. Like Peacemaker was never even like that in the comic books. And
I would say,
what's up?
I would say writing wise, but definitely not directing.
Oh, okay. You want to elaborate? That's a really good statement. That's a really, really good statement.
He would write the screenplay and script and all that, and but he wouldn't direct it.
Okay.
He wouldn't direct Batman or Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because there's even like a really big part of me. I don't know if you guys feel this way. I don't think he's going to do Batman and Wonder Woman good. I think Superman has a little bit of leeway with the comedy.
Right.
but
the comedy matches well with Superman.
yeah,
less
but
than
Wonder
or
Woman
Batman.
and Batman, I do not think his comedy is going to work at all. Batman is way too serious, and Wonder Woman is way more serious than Batman in tone, because it's just all fucking medieval and Vikings and Lord of the Rings shit. And I don't think James Gunn is going to hit that at all.
Well, the Batman they're going. I don't know if you've read Grant Morrison's run, but like the first issue, they're chasing a frog as a villain.
Wonder Woman?
Batman's
chasing a frog? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What is up, John? Good to see you in the comment section. What do you mean? What series is this?
Grant Morrison run, basically. It's for Brave and the Bold, I believe.
Oh shit, and that's the story they're following, right? For the series?
Yeah.
Oui. And what's up with the frog? I don't get it. Like, is it like literally like a giant frog?
It's just a frog, a villain frog, a mob dealer or something, and they're chasing him.
Oof.
In the first issue.
How's that? In my mind, I'm like, oof. Oof. It's a heavy hit, man. That's like when you start reading Kamala Khan's comics and she's fighting a giant iguana for no reason, and you're like, okay, she's a beginner. But then they give it to Batman, and you're kind of like, oof. Can he fight like, I don't know, like Calendar Man or
right
Zaz, or he's got so much rogue that he's got so developed he can arrest one of them real quick, can he? But a frog, geez, that hurts, man. That hurts.
But the thing is, in that run, it's actually Nightwing as Batman.
Okay.
Richard Grayson or Dick Grayson.
And why is that? Why does that happen in the Brave and Bold? Is it because Batman's missing or something, or what?
I think he dies. I believe he dies earlier on.
It's the Mojo Jojo.
Oh, is that when Darkseid kills him?
I'm not too sure.
That was dumb too, because he didn't even kill him. He just sent him into the past.
Yeah, he just time displaced him or whatever.
Yeah, do you remember that, Derpy? You remember when Darkseid shoots Batman with his fucking chaos beams or whatever he calls them, and then it sends Batman into the past, and he becomes like his own father or whatever?
Yeah,
no, actually,
like Batman 1 million.
It was like that, right, Tricks? Because it was Bruce Wayne gets shot by Darkseid's beams.
Yeah, Darkseid's Omega beams.
Omega beams, that's right, Omega beams. And he ends up getting time displaced into like caveman days. Well, it's like time jumping. But in every one of those things that he's jumping,
never mind the fact that Superman is holding his charred body.
Charred body screaming, dude. You killed him. And then he goes crazy on Darkseid, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, Batman is going into the past in all these different, like, literally big points in history. The caveman days. He's a pirate. He's an Indian or a Native American.
And then it leads into that's why the Court of Owls became a thing, is because they like got the animal wrong. Yeah, because he like unintentionally created it. Like the Court of Owls is like a
So technically, Bruce Wayne becomes his own grandpa or his own dad or whatever. It's all incest in the Batman world. That was a weird run, man. That was a very weird run. That's a very weird one. But yeah. Going back, because we're going to get sidetracked real crazy once we start getting into Batman talks. Because Batman, of course, like, I can argue with anybody that I do not like the whole with prep time bullshit with Batman. I get super upset with Batman. I don't know why.
Yeah, it sucked my ball sack, dude.
What? Okay, let me ask you guys. Derpy, you're going to answer this question too. I got to ask you. What is the worst... And no disrespect, John's in the comments. I love you, John. You know this, and I know you're a big fan of Batman, but we gotta attack the elephant in the room. What is your worst, like, typical writer Batman can do anything moment in DC history?
Well, Mark, Tommy, you lagged there.
What is it?
Can you ask that question because I lagged a little bit.
In the comic books, or it could be in live action, whichever you want. What is your worst take on how Batman can like do anything he wants and no one ever questions it? Like, it's just like, oh, I'm Batman, that's why. Like, what is your worst moment? Like, what's the worst thing that you were like, oh, that's stupid? I'll lay out one for you. I'll give you my example. This was after, I don't even know what comic book run it was, but Batman brings Superman into the Batcave, and he's like, okay, okay, Bruce Wayne, follow me, or okay, Clark, follow me. And he walks him into a part of the cave, and he opens a room, and when he opens the room, it's the tuning fork of the multiverse, and it's in the Batcave. This thing is fucking huge, multi-dimensional, destroying object. Batman's got it in a fucking cave under his mansion. Literally Superman is like, is that the multi-dimensional tuning fork that the Anti-Monitor used to destroy the universe? And he's like, yeah, I brought it down here after the whole thing. And I was like, I fucking hate you, Batman. Like, I hate you so much. Like, I hate you. That's my hateful moment for Batman.
Who wrote that?
Huh?
Who wrote that?
I don't remember. It was the stupidest thing I saw. And Superman's like, you would assume Superman would have that in the fucking Fortress of Solitude,
right?
Or they would have it somewhere in like the Dark Dimension, or what is it? Dude, they would put it. They would destroy this goddamn thing. It's not a fucking heirloom. It's not a fucking giant penny. This motherfucker just puts in his fucking man cave. And even the strongest individual Superman, almost the strongest thing in the universe, is like, do you have something that can destroy the multiverse just locked behind rock? Like, I can fucking punch through this. And he's like, yeah, it's in my cave. I put it here for safekeeping. I was like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. All right, your turns, guys. God, I hate that so much.
Literally almost anything that fucking Batman does.
I fucking hate it, dude. I hate it so much. What was the Batman Dark Metal or whatever? The Batman Who Laughs comes in, and the first thing Batman does, he already has the Joker locked up in his fucking basement, chained up in his fucking basement, his fucking S&M dungeon. And everyone's like, do you have the Joker down here? So he's, yeah, I kidnapped him as soon as I saw some shit go down. I was like, what the fuck, dude? This guy's just like a fuck. He's off the chain.
Yeah,
Batman's off the chain.
Is there a fucking problem? Is there an issue, dog?
Yeah, Green Lantern. What the fuck, bitch? Signal? You got a fucking issue? Yeah, I got a dude chained up in my basement, and I'm not even feeding him correctly. Derpy, what about you? What's your favorite?
To fucking give him food.
Derps, what about you?
You said live action too?
Live action too. That would be Adam West with the shark repellent, or him running with the bomb above his head.
That's what I was actually gonna say.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Adam. But that was like, it was supposed to be out of pocket, man.
That's true.
You know what's even weirder out of pocket with that?
What?
That is the most prepared Batman in comic books too, because there was a crossover with, I think, in the all new 52, and they brought in the Adam West Batman with Wonder Woman, and he was out there doing the damnedest things with whatever he can pull out of his belt.
His Adam West Batman did come out in the comics pretty recently.
Yeah, he did. And by damn you, he was the strongest iteration of Batman ever, dude.
Oh, dude, he with fuck, I forget what that goddamn robot's name is.
Amazing.
This robot. That's no, it's another one. It's one specifically designed to take down Batman. Like, if Batman made it to take himself down. If like anything ever happened to him, he was just like,
Osiris,
this is like
or something like that.
Anti-Batman. No, I forget what it's fucking called. I don't know. Fuck it. Fuck Batman.
Does Batman kills count?
Which one?
Do Batman killing count?
Yeah, everything counts.
Because he's a bitch.
I don't like Keaton's Batman, so him killing.
Which one?
I don't like Keaton killing, so that's my what the fuck moment.
Where did he kill in Keaton's Batman?
The Joker kills the Joker at the end.
And no,
he drops him. No? Well, I mean, technically,
returns. He kills a lot of returns.
Well, I was gonna say, like, technically, in any of the live action films, if you're like an NPC villain, you're fucking dead. Like, you may be the main villain.
Christian Bale's one. Yeah, dude, that guy goes hard.
If you ever look at it, all the fucking henchmen, they're all getting fucking smoked, dude. There's no way those guys are living after those ass whoopings that they're putting across them. There's no way, dude. There's no way. In the first Batman Michael Keaton movie, there's like a ninja guy that comes out and he's like fucking doing some shit in an alley, and then he does like a jump kick, and Batman pulls this like metal rod out of his arm and he like just shoves it through his fucking face. And there's no fucking way. I don't give a fuck who tells me that guy's gonna live past the metal rod into his fucking skull, dude. There's no way. There's no way. He killed everybody. Yeah, killed everybody. There's no way. John,
dude, at this point, I fucking hope he starts killing people.
It would make perfect sense. It'll make perfect sense. It's like Invincible. What was it? The one with Oliver when he's like, just kill him. He's a bad dude. And he's like, yeah, you leave me no choice. He just turns around and looks at him. He's like, yeah, well, I mean, the fucking 9-year-old with a fucking.
Because especially in the Invincible comics, and I'm so glad you brought this up. In the Invincible comics, it's Oliver who like finally like gets through to him, and he's like, dude, you need to stop being a bitch about all of this.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Like, stop. And he's just like, Ollie, I think you're right, dude.
Yeah,
if
you ain't wrong.
After you guys again, that's it. I'm fucking smoking them, dude. Like, everybody's getting hands. If you come after my fucking family, you're gonna die. That's it. I'm not doing this fucking peace guy shit no more. Fucking nice guy Invincible is done.
Wait, isn't Invincible on Amazon?
Yeah. The Invincible series?
I've never watched it, so is it on Amazon?
Oh, you're missing out, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. I'll try to binge it.
It's solid.
It's really, really good. The comic is good too. It's bloody, it's gory. It's not as cynical as The Boys is.
It's made by the same creator as The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. It's really, really good. John in the comment section, continuing.
Robert Kirkman.
John in the comments talking about Batman. Like I said, Batman, my boy. John loves this guy. That is his ultimate favorite character. However, when he has all the weapons from all the characters from all the comics, Wonder Woman's lasso and his shields, all of the rings from the Green Lantern and the Trident and Aquaman, and all the other stuff that he always does. It's so silly, dude. It's just so fucking silly. So silly. Even when he like.
Yeah, dude. I honest to God can't.
Because he's Batman, though.
Because he's Batman. Yeah, because fuck it, he's Batman. That's the greatest line ever in history. Because I'm Batman. Like, he's fucking talking to Darkseid. Darkseid is like the ultimate supervillain. He's a god. He's actually a new god and an old god at the same time. Has his own fucking planet, can transcend the multiverse. The physical appearance he has isn't even his real appearance because he's so goddamn strong. And Batman's like, yo, I figured out your fucking password. It's like, I hate space or whatever.
Admin.
Yeah, dude,
it's
fuck
admin.
out
1,
of
2,
here.
3, 4. Fucking
get out of here. And then Darkseid just starts putting a whooping on his ass, and he's like, I fucking hate you, human. It's so dumb.
Yeah, dude.
I fucking hate it so much. But yeah, guys, going way back, Superman's going through some reshoots. Apparently it was a bad recall, but really excited for what they're gonna do. The trailer isn't very bad. Superman looks kind of cool. Just wait it out a little bit. But we did bring up some stuff right now, and I want to bring it up. Invincible episode 5 dropped. I don't want to ruin too much for Derpy. If you guys have not seen it, I don't want to do any spoilers. Triggs, I don't want to do any spoilers because I actually think Invincible is such a great show and people deserve to be able the opportunity to kind of experience it, especially right now. They just started this thing called the Invincible War. And without doing any spoilers, Triggs, did you get to watch it?
Not only did they finish, not only they started, but they finished it.
Yeah.
You know, the Invincible War, I mean, I'm surprised it was as short as it was.
But it was the longest episode. It was like 2 hours, no? Yeah, they elongated the episode for the series, yeah. And they put that was a lot of stuff in that episode. That was a lot of stuff. But it's really crazy. I think the war lasts, I want to say like 3 days or a week or something, 7 days.
Yeah, it lasts like a week or something like that. But that's why I was like, because in the comic, I mean, there's a lot of shit that happens,
Yeah,
dude.
a lot of shit.
I mean, it's literally all hands on deck,
Yeah, 100%.
with that. And I am gonna say this. I'm gonna spoil this a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. Fucking sue me, I guess.
As much as you
Is
can, not too much, not too much.
yeah. I'm in court. And Mike Beta, dude, like he's been a fucking important guy here for the Average Boys, and he's still over in Harlingen, recovering and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
Michael Benton.
I was the one who broke the news to him about Tech Jacket, and
Yeah.
how he came out in this last episode. And yes, he was correct. It was a very, very short cameo. But for those who really, really care about like that, the lore, I guess, of Invincible. Invincible was actually premiered in Tech Jacket's
Mm-hmm.
comic book before he got his own series, for Invincible. Kind of think of like Black Panther, Wolverine, like a lot
The
of,
rich guy.
I mean, Namor included. Yeah, like before they got their own solo comics, like they were all in Fantastic Four sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Tech Jacket was like one of the original, I think, Image comics and stuff like that. And he
Yep.
has an amazing comic run. He's super duper integral to the Invincible universe and stuff like that.
And the Image
So
comic, like Savage Dragon.
yeah, and the Image multiverse, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, like he's that's like my only spoiler is the fact that like you got to see more people from the Image universe in whatchamacallit, the
Invincible series.
yeah, in the show, which was fucking sick, by the way.
You know what it felt like, X-Men 97, when they showed all the other cartoons during that time frame, when it was like the Spider-Man
Yeah.
and the Fantastic Four, and when they kind of like just referenced them like fly by during the big war scene at the end. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Tech Jacket, he's cool and he's strong as fuck too, man. So
dude,
so
yeah,
good on
no,
him.
like Tech Jacket goes hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like that guy like solos like Viltrumites.
Yeah. So if you guys get a chance and you haven't seen it, highly recommended. Invincible the series. Right now they are on is it season 3 already?
Season 3, yes.
Yeah, we're on season 3 right now. Season 1 and 2. Phenomenal show through and through. Such a good watch. If you like The Walking Dead, it's a million times better than The Walking Dead, in my opinion. Million times better than The Walking Dead. Yeah, can confirm. Hard concur. Super good. Onwards into the next part of the conversation, guys. Something I'm really, really excited to talk about. One is, of course, we're going to talk about Daredevil Born Again. And I don't know, have you guys seen the series yet?
Can't wait, dude. Yeah,
have you seen it
wait, dude. Fuck yeah. I saw it when it dropped.
Derp, you haven't seen it either? I haven't seen it yet.
Plus anymore.
Okay, well, let me bring that up. Okay, so I haven't seen it. Derps, you haven't really been able to see it, but Triggs, you are all up in it, it sounds like. You're all up in his booty hole. Let's bring that up right now, because I just got questions. So Daredevil Born Again is a series that started off on Netflix. Daredevil, the series, the Defenders, they had Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, then the Defender series. The most anticipated one was Daredevil. When it first dropped,
even the Punisher,
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Punisher also. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. 1 and 2, season 1 and 2. Right. Daredevil was probably the most anticipated series because of all the action, the gore, the really, really down to like street level kind of like John Wick style violence in it and stuff like that. All the Netflix series was all the way through that until it hit the Defenders. It got a little watered down, but it was okay. The crowd favorites in that group carried that show.
Honestly, I'd have to say season 3 was probably the most bloody.
Season 3, right?
So I'd have to say season 3, was probably the most bloody of like other than season 1, of Daredevil at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw lot of people dying.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of people died.
Disney ended up finally getting the rights back to the series from Netflix, and now has the rights to make the show. They finally dropped it. Most anticipated was probably Daredevil out of all of these weird animated, or not animated, but live action short stories that they do on the series for Disney Plus. I have not been able to watch it because I do not subscribe to Disney Plus anymore because they make shit content, and that is a fact. Derpy, you don't have Disney Plus because
It's too pricey.
oh, well, that's a good point too. He doesn't believe in the shit content yet, but he will. That they make shit content, and I don't think it's worth it yet. You know, the only thing that I miss about it is that I cannot watch all the regular Marvel films I actually love. That's the only thing. Like, and I don't.
That is a huge kick in the weenie. You know,
Yeah, it kind of
when it
sucks
comes to
because
that.
I really do enjoy watching, like, you know, Civil War and Winter Soldier and the original Avengers movies and stuff like that. I even, like I said, I think like 2 weeks ago, I went back and watched Miss Marvel, the first one, just to see if I kind of liked it a little bit more, and it was a little bit better because of all the badness that's been going on recently in films. But
That's fair.
I do miss that. But I do regret that I don't have it to watch Daredevil. Now, Triggs, I'm going to ask you for hopefully as much as you can a non-spoiler review. But how have you been
Non-spoiler.
accepting Daredevil Born Again?
It very
Blood,
much
lots of
keeps like an original like Netflix tone, and I say that because for anyone who like really was like into the Netflix series, it was at times a little noir, you know, like very dark shots,
Yep.
um very the cinematography was a little bit, you know, not well lit and stuff like that, things like that. And I
Very
really
Batman-y,
liked the way
Batman-y
that
vibes.
they, yeah, very Tim Burton Batman-y vibes, you know,
Mhm.
for you know, for us old heads and stuff like that. But dude, it was, I mean, the first five, you know, 20 minutes or something like that, dude. I mean, it's fucking sick, man. You know, I mean, you really feel the tone of like where things are going to go with the entire show, because you know, like all you see is uh, I mean, the a lot of the previews that you see all happen within the first half hour of the first episode, and then you know you're going to see the rest of it. You know, we haven't gotten to quite everything yet. um you know, a lot of things still have to you know, make their appearance and kind of need to start developing and stuff like that. There's that weird uh I have to say, like, sort of like respect between Kingpin and Matt, you know, kind of been like, all right, man, you like, we've been through the block together a few times, like, yeah, man, it's kind of nice to see you, you know, because like you're a huge piece of shit. You're like a constant in my life, and it's, you know, sometimes you just can't get rid of those constants, man. You know, like you even, you know, that toxic ex that you know you hate to love a little bit. Um, and yeah, man, you know, like you definitely get it in this, where it's like, you know, like I don't know if you're actually like trying to do like what's good for this city, but I mean, like, I hope you are. And I mean, if you're not, man, like, I'm gonna be there. And you know, Kingpin is kind of like, all right, well, I mean, like, no more vigilantes, because if I fucking catch you guys, man, that's it. Like, I'm gonna come for y'all. And so it's kind of like that weird double entendre, sort of like one of them is waiting for the other to fuck up, and just, you know, to catch them, and you know, catch them lacking a little bit. Um, but I mean, that's as much as I'm going to give you for now. You know, it's honestly a beautiful series.
Okay.
Very reminiscent in its own way, with some good some good updated, you know, Marvel action, man. You know, I'm not having a bad time with it.
Okay. Well, that's a good call. That's a good
Is
call.
essentially like is essentially what I can say with like as little spoiler as I can. I'm having a good time with it. It is very, very reminiscent of the old Netflix series. For those who were very, very interested in the old Netflix series, I
Yeah.
think you're going to be very, very. I think you're going to be very, very happy, with
So you're
what you're getting, and yeah.
so you're
Derps, go
saying
ahead.
that you're saying that they didn't Disneyfy it. Is
They
what
That
you're
they
saying?
what?
That they
Didn't
didn't Disneyfy it. That's a good way to put it.
No, absolutely not.
okay.
Okay, so it still kind of
No,
keeps the
I mean,
moment.
they're. I
Go
mean,
ahead. Go ahead.
like I said, in the first few minutes, I mean, you can look on YouTube or fucking Twitter, Facebook, the fight scene between Bullseye and Daredevil. I mean, dude, Bullseye is just killing like everybody. He's just throwing stuff, and it's just hitting random people. Like he's just there to be a menace.
Okay.
Okay.
So, in your opinion, how would you take the writing of the Netflix series compared to the way Disney is writing the Daredevil character now? Because the last time we saw this dude, it was a kind of a comic booky, zany version of himself in the She-Hulk series, right? And
Yeah,
then
and the
the most
She-Hulk. Yeah,
recent
no,
was
and I think
Echo.
that's the Disneyfication that
Yeah.
Derpy was talking about, and you don't get that here.
Okay.
Okay.
Like here, this is very like, yeah. If you step out of line, I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude. Like, I'm for that ass now. Like,
And
go
Disney's
ahead,
doing
step
okay
out
with
of
like
line,
the
see what
action.
happens. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Um,
100%, dude.
there has been. I mean, right now on Rotten Tomatoes, both of it, critics and audience wise, it sits at like an 83 or an 84. So that's good. So it's good to say. But I mean, we've seen it before where either the audience is good and the audience bad, but this is like both of them are sitting on a really, really high rating. But there are some negative comments. And I've been seeing that there are some other reviews that have been going around that are either good or bad, like a split. Um, and a lot of people are saying like I'll read one of them, and I think this is like probably going to be the lowest person's rating, which I say grain of salt because everyone else is saying it's fine. This person says I could only probably power through the first half of the first episode, and it seems like it was directed by a high schooler. The rest was identically to the previous show, zero improvement. I mean, I would assume people
I
would
think
like
they're
the
being
previous one.
I think that's a
like
bit of a
I
troll.
think they're
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have to say that this person's either being overly like harsh on
Picky.
the show,
You're right.
or yeah, or I mean, or I mean that's genuinely how they feel, or I mean, yeah, I mean they're fucking trolling, man. Because I mean, even if like you do get the tone from the old show, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I mean, you still kind of have that mentality, man. Like where if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Sort of shit. And as far as like dialogue is concerned, and tone and feel of the movie, I mean, dude, they were fucking amazing. In my opinion.
So, what would you rate the show right now if you were to give it a chance?
Solid 8.
Oh,
Okay.
nice, dude. Nice,
I'm
nice,
Yeah,
saying-
nice.
a
Okay.
solid 8
I'll
or
take
9.
that. I'll take that as a call. So, guys, you heard it here first. Here in the Average Boys podcast, we got one of the boys watching it. It is Triggs giving it a solid 8. If you get a chance, you have Disney Plus or you have Fire Stick or whatever you use. Definitely something you guys want to check out. I know I'm gonna fucking check it out for sure when I get a chance soon. So
Trey,
don't
Honestly,
forget.
like just being like as somebody who enjoyed the first 3 seasons, and I also enjoyed Defenders and stuff like that, and a
Mhm.
lot of the Netflix Marvel stuff. I think it's worth the watch on that merit alone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was a little cartoonish, I suppose you could say.
Yeah,
In
when he came
the
into the
She-Hulk
Disney
series.
universe, like he was kind of all wild and shit. But then again, that's based on the writers that were writing for him. And She-Hulk, they had their own agenda on
And
how
I
they wanted
think
to handle it.
that is the true testament to like what's going on in like the verse right now, dude. You just have subpar writers doing subpar shit, and like, I mean, people are fucking noticing that,
Hmm. I think it's 100%. I think
and like,
it's probably the biggest problem.
I mean, because look at it now, dude. I mean, like you have this, what's going on, and like, Holy Mother of God, uh,
Yep.
and it's apparent, this is a way better, writing. It's way better action, better cinematography. I mean, it's just better all around, and it's very, very sad that like this is what had to happen, or like not had to happen, but like it sucks
Saving grace.
that like you finally got this as a saving grace,
And that's crazy
and
because
it
that's how
shouldn't
people
have to
talked
take this
about
long.
Loki, remember?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy to think that the saving grace has to be an episodic
Something
short.
from Netflix.
Yeah, dude, isn't that fucking crazy? Episodical shorts that have to save the whole universe based off of the movies and stuff. Because I mean, Daredevil's probably going to be way better accepted than the Captain America Brave New World movie. I'm just going to lay that out there real quick. I'm just going to put that out there and let people know it's probably going to be way better than that series, and that sucks to hear, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it real.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be real. I liked it more than Civil War.
Which one, the Batman, or I mean not Batman, New Brave New World?
Yeah.
Yeah, Civil War was a little bit
Oof.
oof.
I
It
don't
had a
know.
good comedy. It
I
was
really
fun.
enjoyed Civil War.
I think the only thing that was great out of Civil War was Baron Zemo and Spider-Man.
I just think they changed it too much
I
from
feel
the
like
comic
Oh,
to the
100%.
movie.
that I had to know going in. It was one of those things where like if I kept the
Original series.
the expectation that they were going to, that they had to keep to the original source material, I was gonna let myself down, and I knew
Yo,
that going in.
yeah, there's way too much going on. Civil War in the comic books was equivalent to an event just like Infinity War. Like
Yep.
that could have
Yeah.
been like their variation of like the street level, like the Daredevil characters and all of those guys. If Marvel would have had control of those, I think Civil War would have been a great Infinity War for those characters street level.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense, right? Like it didn't have to be like a world ending event, like almost like a United States destroying an event. And then later on you can get to Infinity War, which was like a galaxy multiverse destroying event. Or let's just say universe, because right now we're getting into the multiversal destroying event, which is going to be the segue I use to talk about our last point tonight, which is going to be the Avengers Doomsday movie leak.
And Secret Wars, apparently.
Yeah, and Secret Wars. I haven't really heard much from Secret Wars, but I know that
That's what those picture leaks were.
is that what it was? Because I thought it was Doomsday leak.
Yep.
That's
Nope.
why. Well, I bet you they were both.
It was
Because
supposed to be from both.
okay. And what's crazy is I think that I think this is gonna go like the way me and Trigger have kind of been hoping it wasn't, and it is, which is it's gonna be the first movie.
And I knew it was going to.
Yeah, it's gonna be the introduction for the first movie of Battle World, and how Doom has already created this like sub pocket universe, and how he's ruling it like a king. Are we gonna get like the walls? I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because
I think we'll get the whatchamacallit, the different areas and stuff like that in our own way.
yeah,
Yeah, I have a feeling that's gonna happen.
I 100% think that it's not going to be like the way the comic was, because I mean
It can't be.
there's no way. If they can't get Civil War, there's no fucking way they're going to do Secret Wars. The only way that they're going to do this is going to be based on all the films are going to be the independent countries or the independent states. All the films
it would have
like,
to be, yeah.
but I'm talking about like from fucking what is it? Army of Darkness, Spider-Man. What's that guy's name? Sam Raimi, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, the noir.
All the way that they are going to get their
some
own
shit.
nation. Then it's going to be the Fantastic Four from that time that gets their own nation.
Dude, you
Then it's
know
gonna be
what
the
you know what I
X-Men
bet's going to be
Fox.
one. You know what I bet's going to be one, and I'll call this
Howard
right
the
now
Duck.
a Shang-Chi universe. No, Shang-Chi.
Guarantee, and I guarantee they're going to do Howard the Duck. I guarantee they're going to do the old
in there
Howard the Duck.
I
I guarantee they're going to do Eric
Dude, he's
Bana's
going to be like
Hulk.
the court jester or something.
Yeah, I guarantee Eric Bana's Hulk, Edward Norton's Hulk. I guarantee they're all going to be a part of it in some stupid way. And I guarantee, mark my words, I'm going to make a prophecy right now. Eric Bana's Hulk is going to be Maestro. I
They won't do
100% guarantee it's going to be Maestro.
No, they won't. Do
Why won't you? Why don't you think so?
I'll call it right now.
Why don't you think so?
Because one, you want it too much. Two,
'Cause
there's
I
no
want
reason to have Maestro.
What do you
There's no
mean?
reason to have him be Maestro.
There's
Well,
literally
for one,
talks. Go ahead.
so yeah, like okay. Why would we have Maestro with the concept art that we have now? In what way would Maestro like have that?
You want me to be honest?
In the original comic books, his was like some barren shithole. Now they have like, and the concept art is just them in like some like weird medieval time
Am I wrong to say
with
that?
like a bunch of other Hulks.
Hold on, Derpy. What'd you say?
Am I wrong to say that the concept art looked kind of AI?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
They're going to use
it.
it.
There was.
Yeah, I guarantee it is. I guarantee that you're going to use parts of AI just to fill up like a lot of the background stuff, so the guy doesn't have to do too much art. But the reason why I believe we're going to get a Maestro Hulk is because we're getting a King Thanos, and King Thanos was introduced at the Thanos in the end, and he had the dog of Maestro Hulk as his pet. That was his
but original King Thanos was introduced as something way different, and that wasn't Maestro. No, it wasn't. That wasn't Maestro. And I know which one you're talking about. No, that wasn't.
100%.
It was just a Hulk. No,
it was just a Hulk,
Maestro,
right?
It was just another Hulk.
Yeah, that was. What is it?
It was just a Hulk.
I'm just
It's
waiting
just a Hulk
for,
in general. But
Yeah, when he starts eating. Yeah, when he starts eating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Thanos.
he's just old.
I'm just waiting for Thanos to have his helicopter.
That's what I want. And they could have done a really
Yeah,
badass
well,
one in the
you
background.
got it in. You got it in the background. You know, of
Was it there?
Loki.
It was? No, in Loki. It was in Loki.
Yeah, it was in Loki.
It was in
That's
Loki.
what I said.
Yeah, that's true. What was it? What was the comic book called? The Thanos End one? Was it King?
Look up Ghost Punisher.
Yeah. The future Mad King or whatever, right? It just says, "Oh, Thanos wins."
Yes.
Thanos wins. Yeah, Thanos wins. Yeah, we're talking closely. I'm just gonna put this picture up there just so you guys can see it. There's a part of me that thinks what Marvel is gonna do, because Marvel had talked about wanting to do a Maestro Hulk series in some way, just like there was talks about
that's
doing
not Maestro Hulk.
Yeah, I know that. Planet Hulk, and the same thing with Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. Remember, they talked about all of this stuff that they wanted to throw down. In fact, they wanted Brave New World to set up World War Hulk, which made zero fucking sense.
Yeah,
and we talked about this.
They
right?
weren't going to do it.
Yeah, there was no way. There's no fucking way. But we do know that this Thanos, which is not in Secret Wars. This Thanos is not even in Secret Wars. In fact, the regular Thanos from the Ultimates universe is in Secret Wars. So he's the one that goes into Secret Wars. Doom knows who he is. has killed off a lot of his variations and all of this stuff, but it's not even King Thanos. This Thanos is already talked about being that he's going to be appearing in Secret Wars. We do know that Doctor Doom as a character is going to have legions of, he's supposed to have generals of all these Apocalypse. Everybody's talking about, fucking The Rock coming in to play the Apocalypse character. Now they're Oscar Wilde's apparently rewrote. Yeah. Woo! Fucking rock bottom someone, elbows him or whatever. Comes in, it's just
Shut
Sam
up,
or whatever.
bitch.
Fucking Black Adam for no reason. It would be very, very interesting if like King Thanos had his own reign, or he reigned in a part that is like the old movies or something like that, right? Because we do know that there's the Annihilus area, the zombies, and the Ultron area. And all of these places. What's up? Go ahead, Derpy.
I just want to know how they're going to introduce the X-Men into all this.
Well, I think what they're going to do is they're going to have, and it sounds fucking crazy as shit. It just sounds nuts for me to say it out loud. I think they're going to have their own territory, just like Secret Wars of the Fox X-Men series. And then each one of those series is going to have another territory, which is like the Fox and the First Class. And that's how we're going to be able to mess with like the First Class characters. Because the thing is, and then you're going to have your Deadpool versions, which are going to be the ones in the Life Raft. Because the Life Raft has to be explained. Because that's going to be the Fantastic Four. They'll probably do some weird stuff with the Fantastic Four. And the reason why I say that too is because
even go that route. You have to remember, man.
Yeah.
You got to remember, dude. Your biggest problem, Chris, is that you rely too much on source material.
Well, I like source material because it's there.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but
sense.
How many times? Yeah, but how many times does fucking Marvel stick to it now?
Yeah, nowadays they don't. The first 10 years they did pretty well with it, at least a little bit. And then of course after Infinity Wars and Endgame, like they just off the rails, right?
After Civil War, what are you talking about?
No, because they did fairly well with some of the stuff after Civil War.
No, they didn't. I mean, Civil War alone was the hugest.
It was a debacle, yeah.
Yeah. And then you had Thor Ragnarok, which dealt nothing with Ragnarok.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I was kind of like. That's where I think Marvel ran the format that Taika Waititi did, right? Which is like, hey, we're not gonna make Planet Hulk, but it would be really cool if we could take that series and somewhat work it into a character that no one's gonna use. Oh well, we have Thor Ragnarok, and it's kind of weird. Thor's characters all die and they get reborn as babies, but when they die, these gods of the old eat their spirits, and that's how they nourish. Thor finds out and goes and stops them. I don't think that no one's gonna like it, but what if we made Thor into the main character of Planet Hulk, made Hulk the champion already, and we can use both of them, put them in a movie, and introduce Hela, who should have been introduced at the beginning of Thor, but we introduced her now barely. And it's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. And then you got all of these like grab and go asset workings of the Marvel universe, right? And the thing is we know that Marvel knows, and they know now because of the success of X-Men, or not X-Men, but Deadpool, the Deadpool Wolverine movie. They know the old school shit makes money. Like they know it makes fucking money. And the reason why I say that is not because just Hugh Jackman, but their version of the Avengers with Blade and fucking dude, literally the Elektra chick, right? Like who the fuck would be excited for that? And he made it work. And even using Gambit, who never had a fucking any screen time, made it fucking successful. And then, of course, you had X-23. We called that a real long time ago, Triggs, that she was going to make a return to an adult to be the new series, right? So they know that works. They know that shit works. And Eric Bana is not really doing movies. If you approach him, I guarantee he's going to be like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. I want to make Marvel movies. If you go back to Edward Norton, which is, but you really can't, and that makes more sense. And because of the fact that Brave New World really fucked that guy over really bad, is they kind of cemented the idea that this universe is that Hulk's character, and they did that in the first Avengers movie, where they showed the film of the original Hulk, Edward Norton film. So you had to believe that Mark Ruffalo's character was the replacement.
Chris,
What's up, brother?
this is referring to Fantastic Four.
Okay.
I don't know if you. There was a rumor that I heard that basically that they may die at the end of the movie. I don't know if you heard that.
They can't do that. That would be the wild dude. Fucking
Because
Marvel would be
it's just
out.
a theory.
I have a feeling they're going to get time displaced. I have a feeling that they're the ones who actually figured out about the quantum realm, and they've been inside the quantum realm the whole time.
Heels is like, bye Triggs, hi Triggs. That's the fucking best. That's fucking funny, dude. That was good. Good shit. Good shit. Okay, wait. Okay, okay. So, where did you hear this? That's wild. So the Fantastic Four. There's a possibility that people are rumoring that they may die at the end of the film.
It's a theory, basically.
Okay.
That they may die because of obviously Galactus in the trailer.
Okay, I get that because the whole thing, the world devourer, comes to the earth. He's supposed to do it. I would agree that there's a cool possibility that they're gonna have to fight him off or do something like that. But the only reason why I think it's not gonna happen that way, I mean, of course they have to be around for Secret Wars. You can't have Secret Wars without the Fantastic Four. Like you literally can't. But it's because there is a bigger rumor that Valeria and Franklin are going to be born in the series.
That I've been hearing a lot more. Is that Franklin and Valeria actually have a role in
this series? And the reason why Galactus would come to Earth is because he feels Franklin Richards' power, and he needs to investigate it. He's more not going to come to Earth to devour it. He's going to come to that Earth because he knows that Franklin Richards is being born. And apparently, like in our comic book series, it's in the comic books somewhere, I can't remember. When the universe or the overlying universe of the multiverse or whatever comes to an end and they have to be reborn, Galactus and Franklin will merge and become one character that will transcend into the next iteration of the Marvel universe. So they're very, very connected. Those two characters,
dude. If they at all touch that, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Wouldn't you like right on the first fucking movie? Like you would be like, if he's like come to, or I guarantee, fuck you, Triggs. Oh no, dude. I guarantee at the ending of this series, at the end of the Fantastic Four film, being that derp, like you're saying, there is a theory that the world is going to end and Galactus is going to destroy it.
I see more of them being stuck in the quantum realm than I do whatever the fuck is going to.
You know what I see? I see that planet is going to get hit with an incursion. The theory of the incursion is that Reed knows he has to destroy the other universe, and he chooses not to. So he's going to make the life raft or what is that portal that he makes that can go to other multiverses? Do you remember that shit? He has a multiversal portal that he can like travel and transcend like all of the multiverse. He's going to, this is fucking bonkers, dude, but mark my words, this is how it's probably going to go. At the very end, when the incursion is happening and the two planets are about to implode on each other, the family makes its way to escape. And while they're going through the portal, Galactus is going to be standing there looking at Franklin, and Franklin is going to reach out and he's going to say, "To me, my herald," and he's going to shrink Galactus down into that multiverse, that universe that he carries during a Onslaught series when he saves all the superheroes. Do you remember that shit, Triggs? Triggs, you gotta hear me. You gotta hear me.
Just said. Yeah, everything you just said was like beyond laughable to me.
That sounds a bit over the top.
But dude, do you not?
Dude, you're not just.
He's overthinking it.
No. Yeah. There's not even overthinking. There's like, no. Fuck no.
I'm super thinking it. I'm mega
No.
binding it. Mega minding.
Dude, that's a fan theory. That's like if I had 3 extra hours and my teacher was just like, make me a fan film, and that's what you gave us.
The thing is, okay, watch, and I'm just gonna lay this out there because Marvel is guilty of doing this. It throws out the things that it knows is super famous in the comic books, but it misses the reasons why they are famous, right?
Right.
So why, and Triggs, I'm going to ask you, Derp, I don't know how big into Secret Wars and the Fantastic Four or like the Bendis or what's it? Is it Michael Bendis or is it Aaron, the other guy that writes the Fantastic Four?
It's
Michael,
Jonathan
is it
Hickman
Bendis?
and Michael Bendis.
So why would you think it would be important for Marvel to add Valeria and Franklin on the first film that makes no sense as to introducing the Fantastic Four? On the origin story of these characters, why would you think it's important?
The importance is irrelevant. What I think is more like likely is that now this I can see is some sort of time displacement that could very well happen. This also explains why or where they've been for the past, I don't know, 50 fucking years or something. Yeah. Because this movie looks like it's taking place in the fucking 60s or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's already been.
And then on top of that,
go ahead. Sorry.
So I mean, they have to explain where the fuck they've been, you know, and the whole like them being out of wherever the fuck they've been is never once been spoken about, been highlighted, been teased, or anything like that. But we now know, but we do know that they have been not here or in our, realm of fucking existence. Whether they are a different, like a different, from a different universe, that's also another theory that I could get behind. That like what we're seeing are like variations or like variants of like our read and stuff like that. But what I can see is time displacement. Time displacement will explain where they've been. It also lends and gives a little bit more credence to like an older older Franklin and Valeria. And this would also kind of yet again explain where they've been, and two, would give a better narrative as to their counterparts in Secret Wars.
Okay.
Have a couple comments.
But like, the importance is what I'm talking about. Like when you think of the Fantastic Four, they're not called the Fantastic Six. They're meant to be the Fantastic Four because that original group of superheroes was the first family of the Marvel Universe, minus the kids who were introduced later on to connect the Fantastic Four.
Yes, and you're not wrong, right? Like, I mean, like they were introduced. Right? I'm not 30 fucking years later.
Yeah. I'm not making it too crazy as what I meant, but the thing is Marvel knows exactly who knows these characters. Because that's really reaching, dude, when it comes to the Marvel Universe. Because you can ask anybody, and I challenge anybody out there. In fact, if you're in the comment section and you barely know the Fantastic Four, when did you learn about the two children? Like, when did you learn about it? Because if you're not like listening to us most of the time when we all talk about it, or you're not watching Comics Explained or Comics Historian about the Fantastic Four, you probably don't even know that they have kids. You don't know about the Future Foundation. You don't even know any of the characters in the Future Foundation because those guys are fucking obscure too, right? But
more obscure than the two of them.
Yeah, than the two of them, and it's super crazy. But like the idea is like when people hear of the Fantastic Four, they only know about the core members. And for them to bring them into the Marvel Universe, Triggs and I, and Derpy, if you know Secret Wars, if you've had the opportunity to at least check out the comics, you know how important Franklin and Valeria are. But the
I watched the
problem with
video on it.
Franklin Richards in the comic books is he's just like Kang the Conqueror. Like, it wasn't until recent comic books that Marvel was able to make his character interesting. And I'm not talking about just interesting.
Now they've even made him less important.
Exactly. They took a fuckload from him because they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, they've
They
like
nerfed the fuck out of
weirdly
him.
enough they've nerfed, but also made his character stronger in a weird way. Like, and I'll explain it this way, and I'll explain it to you. So basically, what they've done is that they've said, like, okay, Franklin is like a universal shaping like mutant. So he's a mutant. And then they found out that he wanted to be a mutant so much that he gave himself an X gene. But yeah, he made himself into a mutant. And then like that created like his whole other like debacle where they were like, so is he a mutant or is he not? Because like he like has an X gene. They're like, well, yes, he has an X gene, but he gave himself the X gene because he's a reality warper. And then they were like, okay, but is it real? And then like you come to find out that like no, he actually naturally developed an X gene, and it's not fake or self-given. But the thing that he does do is that his dad, like, I guess, had a weird heart-to-heart with him, and essentially what ended up happening was after the whole to me, my Harold Galactus is after that he had this weird self-realization thing where he was like, I'm gonna lock my powers away for one day, for like 363 days out of the year, but only one day out of the year. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch all of the heroes all at the same time, and and then during that one day, I'm gonna unfuck everything that they've messed up, fix the universe, and then lock my powers up again, so no one can sway me to use them again or anymore or anything like that. And yeah, that's essentially how they nerfed and made him stronger at the same time.
As much as that sounds fucking crazy, that's the character they're about to introduce into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I'm not capping. That is actually how they're describing him in the comic book right now.
When Trigger was talking about the "Come to Me, my Galactus, my Herald" or whatever, the future variation of himself came back to remind him that he has God
you're really
powers,
strong, by the way,
and needed his abilities and needed his help and needed his Galactus to take into the future to fight mad Celestials. And
which he can solo, by the way.
I'm even telling you, bro, it's the wildest shit. And that's the thing.
They're going to introduce him?
They're going to introduce him to the Secret Hordes on the first fucking movie on introducing the entire Fantastic Four family. Who the fuck cares about this guy? This motherfucker. Who the fuck cares? Triggs, look at him. Who the fuck cares about Thing when you got a kid that can do that? When you got one dude. I mean, his sister's just super fucking smart. You know what I mean? But this kid can do,
dude, honest to God,
everything.
If the thing doesn't say yes, chef, in the movie, that's a complete and utter like disappointment and just wasted opportunity.
I have a question here.
Shoot.
Do you think how much? I guess it's two parts. How much source material do you think they'll use in both the movies?
Not much.
Not much.
That's a good fucking question.
Not much.
That's a fucking good question.
And the second part is, do you think the audience that are watching the movies will be fatigued or overloaded with the amount of
crazy shit?
Yes,
exactly.
Triggs,
well, that's the thing.
That's a good fucking question.
But I mean, it is a good question, but I would have to answer with another question. How much craziness would we be getting? Right? You know, like in the comic books, that's one thing, right? Because you have a whole lot of craziness happening all at the exact same time. Brian Michael Bendis, that's what it is, not Michael. Yeah, Brian Michael Bendis.
And another thing is, we saw characters dying will supposedly die in Infinity War. Secret Wars is a whole nother level of
Mhm.
of death.
Yeah, there's whole fucking planets and just colonies of billions of people that have died.
That's
Yep.
that's what brings back to my next one. Do you think
Mhm.
it'll like be too much for the audience?
I don't think
Sure.
so because I have a feeling that, and no, I don't. And the reason being is because I don't think that we are going to get a time runs out leading into Secret Wars sort of thing, because that was to me, and I'd have to say probably I actually like Time Runs Out better than I do Secret Wars, and I adore Secret Wars. As a matter of fact, there is an omnibus that just came out from Jonathan Hickman, like literally just released on Amazon. It's like $80, and it's like a huge omnibus, and it's his entire New Avengers run, going into Time Runs Out and Secret Wars all in one book. It's like 700, like almost 800 pages.
That's ridiculous.
We'll be buying it. Yeah, we'll be buying it. By
I think
the
it'll
way.
be worth
That's
it.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's essentially what Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to be covering, is that story, those 800 pages.
Okay. Well, I think because these are, of course, this has to be Battle World, right?
Yeah.
Because in Battle World, there is a continent called Planet Hulk, where it has all the the World Breakers, right? Which is a part of God Doom's army that are all a bunch of Hulks that live in
And Maestro's
savage environment.
Baron is one
What's
of the
that
barons.
wall in the back? Is that like that looks like a wall?
Yeah, and that's the thing is there's a bunch of walls that separate, and they can't go over them because the Thor core protects.
It's the zombies,
each
right?
continent. No, every
Yeah,
continent.
and
is
it's a
separate.
zombie. There's
Yeah,
no,
every
but
one
outside
of
of the wall, yeah, no. Well, like there's so it's God King Doom's in the center,
Center,
and then around is each of their like territories,
continents. Yeah,
and then
and every
outside
one
of
of those
that
is a
wall, because it's almost Attack on Titan-ish.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like each layer, except each layer is more like a pie instead of like its own separating circle. And then
I'll
outside
tell
of
you
that actual wall is whatchamacallit, it's zombies out there, isn't it?
No.
No, okay, so it's the green area.
ridiculous.
This is the Hulk stuff, and then down here the three are, one of them is the zombies, Ultron, and Annihilus, and that's on the bottom. And this yellow line is the Thing, who can morph into a giant wall. And then the sun
is
is
a giant wall.
the Fantastic Four's Human Torch, because
Johnny Storm.
Doom kind of fucked all the team over. And in all of these iterations, because all of these are all different different comic books that Doom saved. So like if you pick any of them, like let's say we go to 8, that's the Regency. That's got to be probably the guys, what's that fucking group of the Mutants of Brotherhood, or the Brotherhood of Mutants? Like it's got to be that,
Yeah.
or it's got to be I don't know. It's just a bunch of different comic books that there's a Weird World is number 10. 20 is what Triggs is talking about. Manhattan, which is where what's his face lives, 316 Manhattan. So a lot of these are all based on all the comic books that were being written, that were being saved to be taken into the new iteration of Marvel comic books, because all of those series were successful in selling. But at the main core, you had Doom's Kingdom, and you just had a bunch of weird things. But between all of these continents is a huge wall that no one ever questions nor crosses. And because of the fact that you have the Thor core, right? And the Thor core, I'll write that in right now, so that way we get an idea of it, right? Marvel Thor core. The Thor core image, which is just a bunch of Thors that all protect. I'm talking about throughout all of comic book history, Thors. Yeah, here we go.
That's ridiculous.
But it didn't even open up. Stupid.
Welcome to
fucking Secret Wars.
Yeah,
That's
welcome
what I
to
mean,
Wars,
though.
dude.
That's what I mean. That's my question.
Yeah, but but at the same time, we're not going to get all of this. Like,
and
there's
you know
a lot of stuff that we're not going to.
And I wanted to ask you that, Triggs. Yep. We do understand that there's a basic format of what Secret War has to be. So there's certain things that have to be there. What do you think those are going to be? We know that thing's going to be the wall. We know Johnny Storm's going to be the sun. We know Franklin has to have a Galactus. Like he has
that's
to.
The thing. That's the thing. I have a feeling all three of those things won't be there.
Which one?
All of those? Everything that all three of those things that you just mentioned, I have a feeling won't be there.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I think is going to be there?
What?
That's a good comment.
God King. Yeah, good God King Doom, Barons, and the separation of territories.
Look, here is Galactus, and there's Franklin Richards sitting on his hand in the kingdom of God Doom.
Yep, I don't think we're gonna get that.
But then who's Thing's gonna fight? Because Thing's gotta Thing's gotta put it on him.
No, he doesn't. I guarantee you that's not gonna happen. Like you're sticking too close. You're sticking too close to the source material. This is why I say you have that problem of doing that.
But what are we gonna get then? It just sounds so bad, dude.
See, that's why. Yep.
Look,
you're roping yourself up into an expectation that you're not gonna get.
But then what are we getting then? If it's not at least something coherent,
bro, we're 2 years away from that. Who knows? I don't know. We haven't even gotten the fucking Fantastic Four yet.
And I wanted to show you this because if you've read the comics of Secret Wars right at the beginning, you get this. There is Sheriff Doom or Sheriff Doctor Strange, God King Doom sitting on his throne, which, mind you, is not Idrisil or it's not Groot or his big wooden. You remember the big cool ass throne that he has? There's either a giant woman or or someone close to him that I'm just freaking out or whatever. She looks huge compared to all of these people. But that should be Sue Storm, right? In concept, his queen. There's a child here which could possibly be Franklin Richards at this age, which is like 10. But this should be Captain Britain then, right?
We would like to think that. But at the same time, that could very well be Reed.
You think so? A Reed already?
It could be.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Or at least some kind of like, because this is going to be a part in the comics. He banishes someone over the wall. You remember?
Yes.
It could be like a random character. It could be fucking Matt Murdock for all we know. So we can have like an intro to one character that everyone's already comfortable with, right? So we get this concept pretty much like it's almost per set on what happens in Secret Wars right here. Because this is very reminiscent of that scene.
Yeah, like I said, I know that we're probably gonna get some things, but as far as like all of that, are we gonna get this or are we gonna get that? Like, fuck, I mean, dude, if we do, sick. If we don't, I mean, I'm not gonna say, oh no, like it didn't happen or something, because I knew it probably wasn't going to.
I was gonna say I'm scared. I was gonna say I'm fucking scared. I'll put it out there.
Nah, dude. I'm not, because like for me it's one of those things where like I can't have that expectation of wanting all these things because I know in my heart of hearts I'm probably not gonna get them.
I mean, with what we have right now in the Marvel landscape and what we know by rumors and stories and leaks that we're getting, what are you excited for Secret Wars?
God King Doom, if I get it.
Just in general?
Yeah.
Would you want him to... Because I was thinking about this the other day. We do know that Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to play God King Doom, right? And it made a big stink and it made a big promise. Everybody was excited. A lot of people weren't. But we know he's supposed to play the character, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he's only doing it without removing the mask even though we know it's Robert Downey Jr. playing
I
him.
heard a leak where like God King Doom is actually like he's actually going to trick people, and he's going to remove his mask, and he's going to trick people into thinking that he's Tony Stark because they have the same face.
I can see that. Yeah, playing at the heartstrings
Definitely.
because he's like a hero. And again, I always go back to the reference that Thanos knew exactly who he was, which means he's had to have known about him, time displaced in some way, maybe through Kang, maybe through meeting with that Doom across the multiverse in some kind of faction. But when he says,
interesting thing to keep to yourself, especially when you're just beating the snap out of this dude with the fucking moon, bro.
Here's the question.
no, but I'm talking about the part where he tells him, Stark, I know you. You're a man. Remember when he's fighting him the first time?
Yeah, but I have a feeling
name.
that's that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not at all surprised by that.
But that would be cool if it was like, if that's what they're referencing way back in there. Derpy, I know you had a question.
If they did, then yeah, that'd be crazy.
Derpy, hit me.
Do these movies have to be longer than 3 hours?
Fuck yeah, it does, dude. There's a lot. There's so much you gotta. Okay, so this is us talking about it and being free and being all hyped and all that stuff because we know what to expect and we know what not to expect. But if I'm gonna tell my parents or I'm gonna tell a chick I'm going on a date with that she's never seen any of this shit, or I'm gonna tell the random dude that goes just to the gym, lifts weights, and watches Marvel movies, and that's his only connection to comics, that all of this shit is going to happen in some way in a film, and he was already confused during Secret Wars. My God, dude, these movies going to have to be a fucking Zack Snyder film, dude. Like each one of them is going to have to be like fucking close to 4 hours. There's a lot that happens. And just on factor, the reason why there's a lot is because Secret War is a rebooting situation in the comics.
It's their Crisis on Earth.
Yeah, pretty much. 100%. That's a good way to put it.
That's
after this,
fantastic way of putting it.
After this, it's the way Marvel goes, okay, well, now we're resetting, new slate. Let's start over. Captain America gets uniced. You know, Tony Stark builds a Iron Man suit. Let's go back to retelling our stories. The X-Men get their X gene. Wolverine happens because Captain America, like it all starts to unfold again. I mean, we may even get weird, but what is it? The evil Reed Richards in some way. Like
the Maker?
The Maker, right? We may even get him going into the new universe, so that way they can build the Fantastic Four mythos or lore coming into the universe. I mean, it's a really great way for them to kind of consolidate all of these characters that are part of a multiverse and then reboot the entire Marvel's landscape again.
Yeah, but who's to say that they're not just gonna like do away with them being in the multiverse or just the multiverse saga after this?
Yeah, and just consolidate it onto one universe or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, like, and I only say this because, like, you know, we've been dealing with the multiverse in some form or fashion for I don't know,
for a long time.
Yeah, so
years now.
Yeah,
more than just a couple, but you know, we're getting to that point where it's time for the new gag, you know, like what's next, sort of shit. And now, now we kind of have to see, like, all right, where do we go from here?
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's an absolute correct statement. I mean, we've all kind of seen how they've been handling like the Spider-Man, you know, the X-Men series, like all of that stuff. And for years we've known that Marvel's been a little bit
you know, because we're also coming off of the heels of the TVA and fucking variants and Loki shit. And yeah, man, you know, like, I'm not saying that, like, all right, bro, it's played or anything like that, but like, we've gotta look at what's next, what's new, like we're moving into another demographic.
Yeah. Derp, I want to ask you a question.
Hit.
With like the things that we're talking about, Secret Wars, I don't know if you ever got to read that comic book, or at least
I
kind of
never
like.
read it, but I've watched videos on it.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
dude,
do
it's so
understand it.
sick. Yeah, man. You should be pretty
As
up
long
to
as long as
speed on
you're
it.
kind of versed in it, right?
Right.
Do you hope, because you made a really good point, like speaking about the crisis stuff, right? Do you kind of see a positive nature with like the concept of DC getting to this aspect of doing the multiverse and crisis and all that stuff? Do you want that to happen? Like watching Marvel do it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's I agree. What would you, if they were to do a crisis, which one would you like for them to try? Like which
Marvel
version?
already.
'Cause I know there's several, right?
Probably the original.
Is that the one where
It's
it's
a good
the
one.
anti-monitor and the Flash, he runs around the anti-monitor's gun and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think.
I think so. That was a good one. Triggs, was that the one where Batman's fighting the Joker at the beginning and the Flash comes out and he's like, Batman, and Batman's like, where are you, Barry? Remember, it's like super crazy. He does like an after image because he's like, it's the part of, because it was so, I thought that was such a genius thing in the comic books, dude.
Kind of, yeah. I don't think it was that one. I think it was the next crisis where that happens.
Okay. Is that the one like Psycho Pirate and all that stuff?
I think so. Yeah.
Damn, I hope they do that one. That's my favorite one. I think when that all happens, I thought it was so wild when it was such a badass lead up. Because at the end of the comic book, you have Barry Allen needing to run around the anti-monitor's multiversal gun that's destroying the multiverse, and while he's running, it's like killing him, right?
Yes.
And every time he's like going backwards or he's erasing himself in time, but he's like reaching out to the superheroes in different parts of the storyline. You keep getting these like after images of him in like parts. And I remember reading that shit when I was a kid and I never understood what was happening until the very end. And I was like almost bawling, dude, as a kid reading that part in the comic books. Cause you knew that it was him dying all the way back then in the story. I thought that was so fucking cool. I thought that was like the greatest way to understand like Barry Allen's time travel. That was so good. Yeah, I can't wait for that. But boys,
Yeah,
we're about to go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go for it. And I was gonna say, I was like, we're gearing up to a very, very important storyline. Our new Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War type story. And very much like how everyone this is going to be the movie, guys. And I'm going to say it now. I believe that this is going to be the movie that everyone has been waiting for.
I can see that.
The movie that, like, all right, like we had the hype of Endgame and hype of Infinity War and stuff like that. I think this is, going to be the movie that we've been waiting for to happen. We're like, all right, man, Marvel's finally cooking again and shit like that. And the reason that I say that, man, is because, I mean, for
There's
one,
so
we
much
have
death.
not just that, but we have the two directors who like make fucking Marvel just guaranteed billions. I mean, the Russo brothers are here, and I mean, they're ready to cook, dude.
It's a crazy culmination.
I don't know what the story is going to be on as far as Secret Wars. And I say that because, I mean, like, let's look at the way that they handled Secret Invasion. I always have to reference that when I come to, the people who are like Chris and saying like, well, they already have, an established mythos, within the comic books and stuff like that. Because if that was the case, then Secret Invasion should have been handled way more differently than what it was. And we didn't get that. It was a fucking travesty, and I will never, ever watch that show again. You couldn't fucking pay me to watch that shit.
Oh, Secret Invasion?
I watched 20 minutes of it and fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fucking rough.
Yeah, dude. So that's my my take on that. And we need to remember, this isn't this isn't the same. It's not going to be the same. Whatchamacallit. It's not going
That's
to be the
because
same thing that we got.
That's because I didn't even
You
get to
know.
show you this one.
What's that supposed to be?
Oh yeah, I saw that too, man, and I didn't know how to feel about that, to be honest.
Come on.
Yeah,
So,
like yeah, I mean, and who knows, man? Maybe that's how they introduce the Young Avengers. You know, like maybe that's how. Like maybe we thought that Yelena was gonna head it up, and it's actually Wong who actually like brings it all together and heads it up or something like that. And Yelena's the one who's actually leading the Young Avengers.
yeah, and then America Chavez isn't even here, which is even weirder. And you
Yeah, and
have
I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed her character is as America Chavez
Yeah.
in the movie way more than I did the comic book.
And this character on the right, I forgot his name, but isn't it like Glorb or something like that? Glorb.
Yeah, or some shit like that.
I want to say it's Glorb. Let's check it out. Okay.
I'm
No,
actually
Glorb
confused
is
what
the
this
other
is.
guy. What the fuck is that thing's name again? X-Men.
I'm confused on what this is actually.
This is.
This
oh
is
yeah,
a
there he
comment.
is.
Sorry, this is a concept art of
Dupe. Yeah, it's Dupe.
of Doomsday or Secret Wars.
So
I
the
know, but I mean, like what the characters are though.
okay, so
Who
these
they?
are supposed to be the Young Avengers. So the way I see this is these are going to be because the way that I kind of think that this is going to kind of play out is we're going to take, and it's a good concept because it's good for story writing, right? In the concept, you take the original Avengers that everybody knows and loves, and you bring them back in each evil iteration because they are all meant to inspire the next generation of heroes. And then you bring in the younger heroes that are trying to stop the evil, and then you put the bad versions of the ones they looked up to, and it creates turmoil between the younger variation and then of course like the audience, because you're like, oh shit, like the Patriot has to fight or Falcon has to fight Steve Rogers, Captain America, like that's his boy, you know what I mean? Like,
So
and you're gonna
sounds
do
like
it
you're talking
across
about Access.
yeah, well, yeah, like Axis. That's a really good reference. The Axis series, and the Young Avengers, of course. Like you have of Kamala Khan, right? Like, she looked up to Miss Marvel, so there's probably going to be some iteration of Captain Marvel that's like evil, that she has to fight against, or someone she
That
looks
would
up
be
to,
OP.
right? Yeah, it'd be rough for her too if she had to fight a fucking evil version of Captain Marvel. It'd be wild, but I had seen this.
Yeah, I would just be like, you know what, dude, you do whatever you want, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm
here my
fucked on this
hands.
one.
Just yeah, I don't want any of that shit. Here's the smoke. I'll give you
Yeah.
$20. And you can
Yeah,
see she
dude.
only has one bangle, so she's not even fully powered in this situation. She's back to being the one power. We see Wiccan, of course, and then of course, I thought the character in the middle was the chick from the Eternals, the small one, and it's not. It's Billy or Tommy. That's Tommy in the middle. We haven't even seen him, so we don't even know how they got him. So that's crazy as fuck as a leak. That's
Oh yeah,
nuts.
and there's also Kate Bishop, and then there's fucking what's
Hawkeye,
his
right? Oh,
Ant-Man's
Ant-Man's
kid.
daughter, Cassie Lane.
Yeah,
Cassie Lane.
Cassie.
I mean, not to
And
mention
it
that
looks
is,
like Wicked and Speed.
it
Like
is.
that's what it looks like to me.
And
Yeah,
I thought it
Wicked
was the
and
chick
Speed.
from the Eternal, the little tiny one. I thought it was them at
Nah, I
first.
knew-
when I saw it.
No, I knew it wasn't.
But Triggs, look
I
at
don't
what's
know
on
why,
the
but,
far
like-
right.
Oh yeah, I know. It's Glorb or whatever his fucking
Yeah,
name is.
yeah. That is crazy to see in a live action. That is crazy. If it's real, because that could literally be added by AI or some other motherfucker that just has some skills or whatever. But of course we see Star-Lord. Star-Lord, of course, was left on Earth with his father, and here he is in this situation. And what do you think the bar is?
Oh fuck, dude. Honestly, I bet it's
Remember-
Star-Lord's.
Well, remember in Secret Wars, there was a bar in Secret Wars, and who was the owner of the bar? The Speakeasy.
Oh yeah, man, that's true. I mean, it could be that. You know,
It could be the
I-
Inhumans.
yeah. I mean,
Black Bolt's bar. That would be
Yeah,
really, really
rather-
cool if they gave reference to Black Bolt again. I mean,
I
of
would
course,
actually very much. I would actually very much like to see Black Bolt in the movie itself.
in the movie itself, right?
Yeah.
especially with the Illuminati entrance and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And they kind of took all
Why
those guys out really quick, but it'd be cool because then you would get the cool suit variation of him in the badass tuxedo. Remember?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
would be dope.
I would be for that. See, that's a reference, a nod that narratively makes sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Within the confines of like what's going on within the story that we have already.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fairly excited. I there's a lot of
I'm
questions.
excited for the movie that we can get, you
Mhm.
know, or you know, we may get, but I also know, you know, that we're not going to get that that I'm not going to get the movie that I wish I was going to get, you know,
Yeah,
and that's
Right.
okay, you know, and honestly, that's fine. I'm not going to say that I don't need that movie, but there would be 50 years worth of fucking movies that we would need to have being made
yeah, just to
before we
have it.
got a true proper Secret Wars,
True
you know,
that. True
movie
that.
being told correct. You
And
know,
that's because there's
you know, we would need 3 different versions of Hyperion, you know, being played before we even got the context to why the Hyperion that we get, you know, in Secret Wars is so fucking important to, you know, in the first place.
yeah. I just saw that the other day that someone had mentioned that in some way. Someone made
You know,
like a post about it.
the
What you got, Derby?
comment just said should be a show, not a movie.
Nah, it has. It's too big. It's way too big. I mean, but the cool thing is the amount of shows they can make from Battle World is nuts, dude. Because that was the series
Yeah.
that Trigger was talking about earlier. What was the name of it? The end, not was a Path to the End, or what is it called?
Oh,
End
time
World
runs out.
or Time Runs
Time
Out.
Yeah,
runs out.
time runs
They
out.
could make a series just based on that.
I mean, you'd
Just
need
on that
to.
alone.
I mean,
Yeah, you can
you'd
make
need to. Time, yeah,
yeah
time runs out was. I mean,
huge, dude.
Rabu Malal, the black. I mean, the Black Priests, the Ivory Kings. I mean, dude,
The
I could
Civil
go on
War.
and on and on.
Yeah, Captain
Yeah,
America
I
and
mean,
Iron Man fighting to like their death, dude.
Do you
The
think the
the
general
fucking
public is
Ultimate
ready for
Universe.
this?
yeah. What was it, Derpy?
For
Do you think
Hold on.
I would say yes.
do you?
Yes, I do.
I said basically, do you think the general public is ready for this?
Fuck, that's a good question, dude.
Like not as comic book goers,
Yeah.
general public.
I don't know, man. Like it's because there's so many fucking moving parts in this story. Like, of course, in the comic book, my thing is the translation from what the comic book does to what assets we have in the film universe is hard. If they were going to take all the stuff, because even right now, I forgot where I had seen it. Where was it, dude? Brave New World, that they introduced someone, or it was a series maybe. They introduced someone and someone was like, well, who the fuck is this guy? And they were like, oh, well, that was a dude. It was no, fuck, I can't even remember, dude. Someone was like, how the fuck was I supposed to know this? And someone had mentioned to him, oh, it was in Disney Plus, the series. And they were like, what do you mean? I don't give a fuck about that. When did he do this? And I was like, oh shit, like we have to remember that there's a large amount of the audience of people that only watch the films based on
Exactly.
popularity, like a branding, right? Like they're only watching the movies when they go to the theaters because dates or kids or whatever. If Disney drops a Disney Plus show, you have a huge amount of the audience that's like, oh, I never saw that shit. What the fuck is that about? You know what I mean? And I really think that Marvel is going to use this movie to bring together the amalgamation of all the stuff they produced in all the seasons in this last year. And we're going to get a lot of connections to the Disney Plus series and all that filler stuff that's in between the universe. So I think there's going to be a large amount of people that may be overstimulated with some of the stuff that might come out. And I think that may have either a bad effect or a really good effect because they're excited just to see those people in some way. Cause like, yeah, like I don't know, like imagine being able to see what was that character, Triggs, the daughter of the scroll guy come back and
Oh,
someone be
Gaia.
like, yeah, guy, I remember someone be like, dude, what the fuck? Who is this? And she's just like a cool version of the super scroll, right? Like, and someone be like, oh, dude, this chick's dope. Well, fucking thank God she made it. Cause that was similar to the effect we got for
Dude, yeah, but that's also like my thing, dude. Like you get that, and I'm just like, she could just solo the verse, dude. I
she
mean,
solos the
what do
verse,
we
dude.
care?
Yeah.
Yeah, she could just solo the verse, dude.
Yeah, which I mean, that's what we all thought of Thanos at the end of the Secret Wars when he fights Doomsday, right? We were just like, oh, dude, it's Thanos. He's gonna fucking smack Doomsday all over the place. And then I'm not gonna ruin anything, but Doomsday does what he does, and we were kind of like, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That was dope. I don't want to ruin it because again, if you don't have the opportunity, you guys should go check it out. It's totally worth it. The Secret Wars and all that shit. If you get a video, it's totally badass. So yeah, but yeah, I want to bring this to an end. I don't want to bring you guys anymore. It's already we're like 10 minutes over. Derpy, I totally enjoyed having you on the show. I appreciate you jumping on with us, and you knew that it was just going to be me and Triggs, and you even jumped on saying like, "Hey, Chris, I'll jump on with you if you're solo, if you don't mind." And I totally appreciate you, dude. I want to thank you so much. Tell us in your own way here how people can find you, how people can join your stuff. I hope we can bring some attention to you in your content creating. Let us know where we can find you, dude.
You can find me on Twitch, Derpy Entertainment. You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, Derpy Entertainment.
I'll show the Instagram page right now. Let me find it real fast.
The other one is I'm usually on a talk show for sports. You can find me there. Two Dumb Yinzers. Yeah, there's my page. There you go.
And what's cool, guys, is here you'll see it has his link for Twitch and all that stuff. If you guys want to follow Derpy, give him a like. He's a good guy, man. He knows his stuff.
Link in the
I'm guessing you're a big baseball guy or what?
Yeah, I all sports basically, but I'm a fan of two separate cities, and they're basically rivals. So
nice. I bet you and Brian would get along, dude.
Right.
Yeah, him and Brian would get along. Brian loves all different types of sports. He's such a sports guy. You guys would get along super well, man. But guys, don't forget Derpy's information is here. Derpy Entertainment, Derp Man 2929. If you guys can go add him up, spread the word. Derpy, I enjoyed having you on the show. Anytime you want to seat with us, want to come in and just shoot the shit, talk nerd stuff. And now that I know you're a DC guy, when the DC stuff starts dropping, Derpy, I'm going to be hitting you up to come in, man.
Did you talk about lanterns?
Oh, no, we didn't talk about that. That's Triggs, dude. Triggs loves. Did you see the picture for the Lantern series?
Yeah, dude. And we also got the first look at the ring, dude.
Yo, hit it up, guys. Talk about it real quick. I'll let you guys do that. I'll bring it up on pictures and stuff.
Derpy, by all means, brother.
What do you think, Triggs? What do you first thoughts?
I think that first that first photo was a beautiful first photo. I think that's exactly what the show needed. Was a very, very grounded, very, very just solid look of them and what they're going, and like I think it's gonna set like a good tone. You don't need them in their suits, you don't need them in anything else, but you gave us the little the little inkling of the ring, and I fuck with that.
I like the seriousness in their faces. I don't
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. What did I'm trying to find it right now, boys. So if you give me a chance, I'll find it right now.
I might have it. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I bet you do, man. Because you're like, oh, I found it. Because you're like super stoked about this shit, right?
Yeah. Supergirl was also.
Yeah, there we go.
Supergirl too.
So here we go. First picture of the guys. What do we think of this?
Yeah,
guys?
man. And
they look rugged.
Yeah, dude.
Are you guys cool with Hal being this age?
Yeah, because I have a feeling that this isn't like a year one sort of situation. I think this is like seasoned, gruff. Like I've been around the block a few times. You know, I've even been kicked out of out of the core a couple of times by this time. Fucking let's get at it.
Nice. And there's the ring. I can't click on the image yet. I'll try to maximize
Just put like DCEU lanterns.
I got it. It's on Instagram.
Is it like this one? Oh, that's it right there, right?
I got it. I sent it to you on Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
This should be the first one.
Dang, son. Let's see. I'm gonna open this bitch up right now. It looks sharp, dude. It looks cool. It looks very mystical, I guess you could say, or like I don't know how to explain it. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. That looks sharp. Man, that is cool. I like how like it looks ancient.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like overbearing. It doesn't look cosmic. It looks kind of like almost like an Egyptian ring that you would find like in like a mummy's tomb. Like just very cool and chill, man. I like it. I like the simplicity of it. And even the brass doesn't have like the green tone. There's a little bit of like brass or gold kind of like imaging, but you still see the green like tone in it. Like the hint of tone in the brass. I like it. I dig it. I'm about that life. Boys, what are you most excited for the Green Lantern series?
Honestly, man, just excited for good acting, man. Like all three of these guys are fucking phenomenal actors.
I think the plot.
The plot. I like it. I like it a lot.
Have they released the plot yet? Or a synopsis of it?
I think they released a synopsis. It was a while back. It was like a mystery in the
so it's kind of like a buddy cop sort of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let me see. I should have it. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that was the synopsis of it. It was supposed to be like a buddy cop scenario. You guys were going to go around, stop some shit from happening. And I guarantee you're probably going to get your characters that are going to be popping up through the show, man. I guarantee it. Like the other lure characters that are on Earth, which would be like your Kyle Rayners and all that other stuff. I really think Kyle's going to come out of this.
I don't think. I think, what's his fucking...
Yeah, investigating a mystery on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're about it. I like it. I dig it. But yeah, boys, Green Lantern, guys, if you get a chance, make sure you guys go check it out. Super just interesting stuff that's going to be coming out of the DC universe soon. I do like the attention that they're giving to the show. I do like the direction that these photos look like and the way the ring looks. I think they're going to nail it, man. I think they're going to nail it. The Green Lanterns deserve some type of show. Like I said, folks, if you get a chance, Derp Man 2929 on Instagram. Go check him out. Don't forget to try to add this kid up on Instagram. He's gonna be here. He's gonna be hanging out with us a lot, jumping in, talking nerd shit with us. And not only that, he's always jumping in the comment section here and enjoying the show with us. And we really, really appreciate your support. Derp, we're gonna support you all the way through your shit. We love your stuff and we love you, man. You're awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping in with us this time around, dude.
And I appreciate the love, brother.
Yeah. Triggs, thank you, man. I know you're a busy guy too. Usually you're at work. Appreciate you. Brian, if you're out there.
Always at work, bro, man. Yeah. I can't ever.
Brian, be at work. If you're out there, I hope you do good tomorrow. He's got an interview. Smash that shit. Can't wait to get you back on the show. Derpy's going to talk to you about sports. I guarantee it. And yeah, guys, don't forget every Sunday here at night, Average Boys Podcast, 8 p.m. Central. We appreciate every one of you. To all our extraordinary listeners, stay safe. Be good. Go out there and do great things and kick butt. And we'll see you guys again here next Sunday, Average Boys Podcast. Laters.